It Gets Worse. Josh, the Dungeon Master and World Builder, for our mostly 5th edition D&D campaign, It Gets Worse. With us tonight are Mary playing Almania, the former Dragonborn, now reincarnated Ravenfolk, sorcerer, bard, mostly bard, a little bit of sorcerer. Jenny playing Karina, the human trickster cleric, and Grace playing Vera, the former crime boss, now crime grandmother, turned adventurer, for reasons that are not hugely clear yet, but we're looking forward to figuring it out. Without further ado, we're going to jump into when we last left our heroes. Who needs a script? When we last left our heroes, you have journeyed with 2 Freeman legions to and the Temple of the Moon Maiden to Mindonathil, the ancient home of the Moon Maiden cult, to assist in reclaiming the small city from the wilderness, repay your debt for the reincarnation of Almania, to garner followers for your eventual triumphant journey home to Anashur, which you've been away from for a long time, and to make money. So far, you have been largely successful, having engaged in several morally uncomplex fights against, I had fun with this, sibilant spirits, tentacled terrors, helpless hobgoblins, and other fearful fauna. After paying off your debt of service to the Temple of the Moon Maiden, you have acquired a couple of magic items and over 5,000 gold worth of pay and salvage. On the other hand, you have lost a friend. In a recent fight with the scouts gone on ahead, Shoji blind and on Almania, Guth was bringing up the rear when he was stealthily snatched by a giant trapdoor spider, rendered unconscious immediately, and then devoured while the party tried to figure out how to find and get him. The party returned his body to the camp and continued their work, which brings us to the evening of the 11th of Contact month, when you are all sitting around your evening fire, dwelling on the events of the last few days, worries about home and the future. The Legion has informed you that the dead of Mindonathil will be burned kind of on the completion of the full cleansing. Guth is welcome to be burned with them, but in the meantime, you have been assured that measures have been taken to prevent him from rising as undead. All that being said, you can do what you will with the body. So, the evening is yours. There are 4 days between now and the raid on the ziggurat.
Well, I need to rest and play music, I suppose, because I still have days to get through to get 100% back to health.
Okay. Does anybody want to accomplish anything in particular, or just move right on to the next day?
I'm going to start to knit Almania some gloves for her little feathery fingers so she can play more easily. Like,
Okay.
hey, Almania, what color do you want?
Ooh. I want it to be dark green.
Pretty. Okay.
Do you have yarn?
I feel like I did, and now that I don't.
I vaguely remember you.
I thought I bought some when we were in Bream.
I think you bought some in Bream, didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought I did. I don't think it's written in my inventory, though. I should put some.
Okay. I'll go ahead and add just yarn to your inventory.
Thanks, however much.
I don't think you haven't knit anything in a while, correct?
Well, I made something for Talia when she left.
Yeah, you gave me a scarf.
I made you a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be the last thing I made.
Okay, so I'll say let's call it, you've got 2 projects worth of yarn.
Cool. And presumably my knitting needles.
No, you could have gotten new knitting needles, but I'm pretty sure all of your like dagger knitting
Yeah, I've
needles,
lost the original
were-
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
those ones are gone.
So
But yeah,
these are base knitting needles.
Yeah, I remember that because
Mhm.
he said that you found some with the Legionnaires. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. So I will be hopefully have some nice emerald green yarn, and I will start to knit and brood around this campfire because I am tired of losing people who remind me of my sons.
Yeah.
Karina will continue playing her pipes and telling her much doctored story of Goof's heroism connected to her god to anyone who will listen.
there are
I will
lots of
listen and I will respect the hustle.
doesn't hurt the memory of Goof. Okay, well, yeah, there are tons of people who want to listen. Great, Almania, if you will give me a performance check.
Performance.
Heyo.
23.
Okay. You are down to 8 days where you are fully restored. Okay, cool. You guys pass the night. No trouble other than the occasional kind of scream from whatever hurls itself against the fortifications that the legions have set up. But the alarm is not raised, and the legion seems to have it pretty well in hand. You wake up the next morning, and what are you guys are staying for the raid on the ziggurat, I believe, is what you said. So you just have, I think, four more encounters before then. Would you guys like, if you guys are still enjoying just smashing things, awesome. If you guys want to hustle it along a little bit, you guys can. If you roll a kind of a medium or lower encounter on the chart, we will say that, I'll narrate what it is that you kill, and then you guys can choose either the gold for killing it, or kind of a roll on the treasure chart. You can pick one of those two things, and we can kind of move it along. Grace?
Can we roll for the companions?
Yeah, the companions you can roll regardless.
Okay, yes, because that's Vera's goal already.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Who would like to roll your encounter for today?
I'll do it. So you can blame me.
I don't want to be responsible for this. Roll 2d10.
I'll do it. 2d10. Okay. I'm about to roll a d8. That's not right.
Josh, do you want me to roll my percentiles since it's a new day?
Yes, please.
Okay.
3 and a 5.
Oh, fun.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean, oh no?
Well, you said, oh, fun.
Yeah, that's an automatic oh no.
Okay. I don't. Hold on. There's 4 of you. 6th level. Huh? Okay. Could you type the? Oh, I need to open Discord. Just let me know what that means there, Karina.
For sure.
Okay. Your first encounter is bizarre and disturbing. You see kind of just a massive stag beetle, probably the size of a large dog, and a goblin And where is it? Rolled an 8. And a giant spider, all kind of slowly moving together, kind of in the same area, and it takes you a little while before you realize the same, like, kind of thick, almost sap-like green ooze is just slowly dribbling out of various places on each of them, and kind of you fireball them, you just fry them. It's a rough fight, but you guys get through it, and it doesn't take too long to realize that the beetle, the spider, the goblin are just husks, shells for whatever that green stuff is.
Ew.
So you can take the 1,200 gold or a roll on the treasure chart.
Companion chart?
He said we
No,
get to
so-
do that either way.
Either way.
Right. So there are 3 charts, right? There's encounters,
Right.
treasure, and followers. But then there's also gold for the things that you kill. Basically, you are either forfeiting a roll on the treasure chart for the gold, or forfeiting the gold for a roll on the treasure chart.
I'm inclined to the gold, but I am willing to be persuaded.
I'm also
inclined to the gold.
same. I'm chill with
Just
gold.
the gold, none of the fun stuff potentially on the treasure chart.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Yeah, next time. Let's do one of each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. You guys killed Skitterhaunts. Okay. The next day,
Followers.
I'm sorry, followers. So 1,200 gold. Okay, who would like to roll for followers?
I
Who wants
will.
to roll big money? Go for it, Anya. Roll big money.
Roll a D20.
Whee!
Get us more than
13.
Freeman soldiers.
Ooh. All right. If you would, could you roll
It's George.
a D6?
Ooh, I get to roll 2 dice.
We get
Re-roll.
6 Georges.
So 1. Okay. One of the other.
Is 13th level.
No. One of the other solo Jaegers comes up to you guys at your fire that evening to let you know that she has some family in Anashur. She's heard that you guys intend to head there afterwards. This is a dwarf. This is a 7th level dwarf wizard.
Nice.
Who, if you guys will allow her, will go with you. Her name is Captain Mala.
Nice. I'm down.
Sure. She's cooler
yeah.
than one Freeman soldier.
Oh, definitely.
Karina is not impressed, just in case anyone cares.
Karen and I are very impressed, and we're just giving each other high fives like, yeah.
Vera hears she has family in Vreem and is immediately like, yes, come.
You mean
You mean
Anashur?
Anashur.
Sorry, Anashur. At least I didn't say Worcestershire.
It's happening.
That's true.
When
You didn't say Worcestershire.
When Grace thinks home, she thinks Vreem. Okay. The next day, who would like to give me the encounter roll?
I'll do it.
Alrighty.
2d10.
2d10.
8 and a 7, so 15.
7, 15. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. What level of encounter is that? Yeah, okay. This time, you guys face a number of very large, long-limbed ape creatures. That it's two of them, and they work very well together to kind of get you guys looking one direction and then grabbing usually Vera, because she's the smallest, and trying to make off with her. But what you find out actually about these is their claws and teeth are made out of iron. As you inspect the corpses, you notice kind of an odd color to their teeth and claws, and it is because they are made out of iron.
Shoji is definitely keeping some of those.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Shoji would definitely do that. Would you roll a survival check for Shoji for me?
Sure. I've played with Beth long enough. I know what she does.
True. Shoji, but also Beth would take some of those.
Can I examine them to wonder if they're constructs?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
I mean,
She
are
got an
they?
18.
Ooh.
Also, if each of you three would make Constitution saving throws.
Gross.
Sorry, actually, no. Everybody roll just a D10.
10?
Yeah, just a straight D10. Okay, Almania, I do need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Rude.
So they both showed up as Shoji, but one of them was Karina.
11.
Which one was Karina?
The last one.
Okay. I need Karina to also make a Constitution saving throw. Almania.
19.
Okay, Karina, you do not contract a disease. Almania, at one point during the fight, you get clawed by one of these, and you can feel a malign influence enter your bloodstream. The Temple of the Moon Maiden can pretty easily cure that, but it's going to cost
All of the money that we just earned.
6,000 gold.
You're like, screw you, Josh, I'm leaving.
Oh, that's why I was like, what do you mean there's no cure disease spell?
There isn't. It's called Greater Restoration.
Oh, is that really the only thing? That's the lowest level thing that cures a disease?
Uh-huh.
Damn. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is going to cost 500 gold.
Fine.
But you can immediately be cured. Or you can let the disease run its course and hope that you kick it.
Yeah, it
Don't
doesn't
do
sound like
it.
someone who's like still recovering from being dead. So I'm gonna say no.
As a survivor of the Red Harvest.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That is that. Gold or treasure?
Let's do
Let's do
treasure.
treasure.
Yeah, we're going to treasure this round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One of you can give me a D20 roll.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Good
And then
money.
somebody else can roll for followers.
Can I roll
Let it.
follower?
Yeah, Vera, why don't you go ahead and roll followers? Almania,
Alrighty.
you find a magical belt, and when you get it identified, it has 3 charges, and 1 charge can be used to cast the jump spell.
Ooh!
It regains 1d2 charges at dawn.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. Vera, you rolled a 15
Yeah,
on the
I rolled a
followers.
15.
Ooh. Hey. Someone that you do not recognize comes to your fire. Let me go ahead and cross that off here. And here's my list.
Josh, how many teeth did Shoji get just with her 18? Just so I can add those to her.
Oh,
notes.
with an 18,
Yeah.
yeah, she can have a full, just mouthful of
Of teeth.
yeah,
Excellent.
cool.
You know, things like this, Satanic Panic, D&D, it's really starting to make sense to me the more and more that I play.
You should have seen our RuneQuest session earlier.
I have a whole mouthful of
I'm
ape
so
teeth.
sad I missed the last 2 weeks. I'm so sad.
You missed both weddings.
I know.
Okay. A kind of bronze-skinned tiefling woman finds your fire one night, brought there by George, who introduces her as Damya, and you don't recognize her, but she would like to go with you to Onishur. She is a 7th level cleric.
Sweet.
Oh, we taken her.
Oh
More-
yeah.
Here.
But who is her deity? Because Karina's
Moon
very
Maiden.
interested to know.
Silhaloon.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
right?
She is from the temple, which is odd because from what you guys knew, the only temple members were Zesheda, who you met. She was kind of the 5th's replacement on after Garrett died. Callista herself and George. And you knew that there was one other, although I don't know that you ever met her.
This name is ringing a bell, though. It might just be a false bell in Grace's mind, though. Have we heard the name Damya?
You won't be thinking of Damaya.
I know, my old friend, but yeah.
I don't think Vera. I don't know of anybody named Damya that Vera has met.
Never mind. This is Grace rolling false history checks for herself.
Yeah. Pretty quickly, you learn that Damya was actually found here. She was petrified in the fall of Mindanathil. And now that Callista has access to greater restoration, and kind of the temple is moving back in, Callista was able, those who had not been petrified and then destroyed, Callista is able to restore.
Cool.
Does she
if
happen
you
to
guys-
know a former werewolf? Or still a werewolf, but...
So, Grace, I will tell you that, yes, Likaya knew her.
Yay. Man.
Actually, Grace, I think you were the only one there, but if you'll remember, when you guys took the granary, there was a bunch of statues in there. So she is one of them. Okay.
Can I just say that Karina is her shadow a lot to talk about all sorts of things because she's very interested.
I'm gonna spend my evenings writing a song about Guth.
Okay. Would you like to give me a second performance check for this day's evening?
Eh, 11.
Okay. An 11 will not reduce the number, but you compose, or at least begin composing a song for Guth. There are now competing fires. There's Karina over at that one telling a story, and then Almanya over at that one playing a song.
It's just how I roll. I'm a bard.
Can I add some details to the gloves I'm making?
Sure.
Because I'm trying to think of, like, I'm not sure what the symbology would be. It could be that it's just more abstract, but little symbols that are reminders of our party members who are no longer with us.
Oh,
So I know that'd be Lyra, that would be Oz, that would be Guth. And I'm trying to think of like images that would work for them because I don't want it to be their names, but
Grace, are you telling me that you're about to come up with kind of the symbol of whatever this amorphous, like shifting group is going to be? You guys don't have a
No.
name because Almania and Vera are the only ones left from Happy Squad.
is it just as
True.
then? Is it very first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh where they all draw a smiley face on their hands? Is that where we're gonna go with it?
Just no.
Oh, actually, this could be interesting. Hang on and let me think about that. I might get back to you on it because that could be really fun to have symbols of everyone who we've ever had in the party in there. Could be great. I'm definitely including for myself the tattoo that I have is part of the symbology.
Nice, yeah.
Well,
Let
to
me
me,
work
it's
on that.
easy because it's a book.
Exactly. Stuff like that. I'll think of something.
Awesome. That would be great. All right. 2 days remaining. Who would like to give me the encounter roll?
I will. Haven't done it.
Long Scrivener project. Okay, go for it. 2d10.
Mm-mm. 14.
Alrighty. I need a marching order.
Back.
Karina's at the front like usual.
Yeah, we'll be at the front. We can be
Okay.
at the front with Raven again.
Yeah, Raven can be up there.
And then Shoji, I'll assume, and Almania bringing up the rear.
Yeah, but
Right.
Shoji isn't in the Raven. She's just letting it communicate with her telepathically.
Okay.
Right.
In that case, Shoji gets a message that there is what appears to be some kind of very large horned undead on the ground, just laying flat.
Okay.
Right next to an extremely ornate door. And kind of the images and description that she's getting are stone archway of a house that has no roof. The walls, the stone walls have been broken down and whatnot, but in total mismatch to the area around it, to the stone that it's in, a large and extremely ornate door.
Okay.
Don't give me. We've got all PTSD about doors. Remember?
Yeah.
So
so-
Shoji has that information.
Okay, Shoji will share that with the party. Sorry, my dog is trying to do something. I don't know what. Then Karina will bless Vera like she usually
Thank
does.
you.
So she gets advantage on her stealth checks.
Okay.
Thank you. What do you say we try and be clever again? It was relatively successful with the hobgoblins.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're often quite clever, I think, Mrs. Mayweather.
I'd agree we are. Let's just say that you haven't known us for very long, and never mind. So what I recommend is that we.
But they say
we
it's
split
not
up.
kind to be speaking ill of the dead.
Oh no, I'm talking about the live ones of us too. We've all been idiots in the past. So I recommend that we do another flanking thing where we split up and go around so that it can't tell where we're coming from, at least to begin with.
Sure.
So you and I can do that as an
Yeah.
approach from different sides. Almania and Shoji, where do you guys want to be? I want you guys as far back as possible.
Yeah, I'll be back about 30 feet away.
Yeah. And maybe Shoji also far back, but not next to Almania.
Yeah, Shoji will be kind of a little bit farther, except she's a little bit paranoid about things coming up behind her.
Right. She can be the rear guard and watch our backs.
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll be about 15 feet behind Almania, but off to one side.
Okay. And then you and I can sort of do this and come
And do
around
the sneaky sneak.
and do the sneaky sneak and hopefully hit it. And I'll tell everybody like the signal again for blast it if we are all quiet enough is me shooting,
Okay.
if that works.
Well, and the Raven will be able to relay that to.
Exactly, at least to show. And maybe she can just give thumbs up to Almania to go.
Shooting like as in shooting a gun.
When I shoot, when I shoot it with she can do a this motion. Pew pew. Exactly. Can that just not be the official motion? This is the go motion. Pew.
I like it. So are we rolling stealth, Josh?
Yeah. So if you have a plan, go ahead and describe it.
So the plan is if this thing is, say, the center point, Karina and I are going to loop around and approach it from two different sides.
Okay.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Almania and Shoji are separated from each other, but they are at the far limits of their range in the back.
Got it. Okay.
So they're basically mirroring what Karina and Vera are doing up at the front.
Yeah.
So you two are coming in like east and west, and they're coming in north south, or they're both.
No, I would say they're still east and west, but behind us. Like
Yeah.
they're following us in our
Oh,
motion.
I see. So one of them is on each of you.
Yeah.
Kind of,
okay,
yeah. We're buddy
Karina,
system.
Almania, which one are you with? Are you going with Karina or Vera?
I'll go with Vera.
Okay.
But still, she's still back like 60 feet. I mean,
Okay.
she's not right with me. She's
Yeah.
mirroring my motion.
So you guys creep up. Everybody, give me stealth checks.
Meanwhile, can we have Raven circling to relay information to at least Shoji? And she's within eye view of Almania.
Yeah.
Me.
Damn, Almania. All right.
Right. I have advantage, right?
Yes.
You do.
Cool beans. She blessed me. Good. Thank you.
So Karina got a 24, Shoji got a 13.
I got 25.
24, 26, 25.
Yeah.
3 very hard checks will make up for one not amazing one.
We're the knight.
Okay, you guys kind of approach this thing. You can see it's some kind of pale, emaciated, like patches of fur missing minotaur. And like all of the skin has just sunken into the skull. And it has this axe, this huge axe in its hand, but it's just kind of face down in the dirt. Vera, Karina, and the Raven can all give me perception checks.
Oh, good. That's my thing.
I will guide myself.
Okay.
Man, I said it was my thing.
Okay. And then something
So-
for the Raven.
So Karina got a 14. And then
So
the
did I.
Raven, shoot, I don't have her stat block up, but I think it's a +2.
I think that's correct, yeah.
Roll. The Raven got an 18.
Okay. So Shoji can tell Karina, and Vera, you notice on your own, this large bronze door, totally out of place, has some kind of carvings on it, and is slightly ajar. And while on the other side of the doorway itself is just, scrub and vegetation inside this broken house, where the door is open, beyond the door is pitch blackness.
I don't like it.
don't like
Not being an arcane expert, but having, I don't know, been around the block, can I roll some sort of history or arcana? Have I heard of anything like this?
Sure, you can roll a history.
It's a Hail Mary, but I'll do it. 11.
11. Nothing specific. No.
Can I roll perception not on the door, but on the creature? As in, is it immobile? Is it dead? Is it
Yeah, with
moving?
the 14, you can't tell from this distance whether it's alive or dead, but it is not moving, and you cannot see breathing. You might not be close enough to see breathing if there was breathing, but
Right. I am going to sneak closer. As in, I was only sneaking up to the limit of my crossbow range, but now I want to go closer. Just to
Okay.
look at it.
okay. How close are you getting?
Let's start with 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. What are other people doing?
Just gonna look.
Check your Discord.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Also, you said the door is ajar.
Yes.
This is probably stupid, but I'm going to shoot an arrow into the open space of the door and just see where it goes.
Oh, okay. Roll an attack roll.
Okay. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. 13.
13. Okay. You from about how far away are you firing?
Probably about 80 feet.
80 feet? Okay. 80 feet, it kind of you're about 20 feet away from this thing. The arrow kind of hits the stone of the doorway and falls to the ground. Give me a quiver roll real quick. And at the noise, this this minotaur that's just lying flat on the ground kind of slowly drags itself to its feet, and you can see just pinpoints of red light where its eyes used to be. And just this zombified minotaur slowly drags itself to its feet and does not see any of you.
Okay, I am going to immediately get another
think I
10
need-
feet away.
I think I need to hide again after I fire, right?
Oh, that's true.
I would have shot and then ducked back down.
However, he rolled a 3 on his perception check. So I'm going to say he still doesn't see you 80 feet away.
Yeah, because even if I roll a 1, I would still have 11. So,
but the door does open, and another one kind of lumbers its way out and looks around. Give me your second stealth roll after you fire. Elmania, so what you've seen is... Oh, that's not good.
that was real bad.
Elmania, what you've seen is an arrow. So Karina takes a shot, and it hits the door, and the minotaur, the undead minotaur that was on the ground, dragged itself to his feet, and another one kind of pushed open the door and lumbered out. That door opens to somewhere that is not the hut behind it. What you're looking at is just a doorway of pitch black, but there's just an empty house behind it.
Okay.
Karina,
That was a 13.
the one that just walked out the door, kind of sniffs the air and looks straight at you, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
I was about to say, am I allowed to have...
I'm sorry, I need to give Elmania a chance to do something. She watched all of this happen.
Oh, can I get a surprise round? Can I attack?
You can I'll allow a held action. So what would you have wanted to hold?
Shatter.
Shatter. Okay. Yeah, you can drop shatter. No.
Okay. I need to make a con save.
Okay, con save. Bah. 22.
Yeah, that'll save, so we'll take half. 7.
Okay.
I had to have got off a shot.
Your reaction to kind of the arrow hitting was getting the heck out of there. 7 points of damage. Okay, initiative. So for like the 7th or 15th time this week, shatter just detonates in the area.
That hut's gone.
Okay.
Ooh, here's a question. Did shatter affect the doorway at all? It's a structure.
That depends. Almania, would you have been trying to place the shatter where it wouldn't hit the doorway?
Hit the doorway.
Not necessarily.
Okay. So it's just, hit it?
Yeah, just
Okay, cool. That does double damage to structures.
If we close it, no more minotaurs.
goes to the realm of the minotaurs.
We just say, sorry, Callista, we know you had a really nice town here and all, but...
Super apologies, but there was like a portal to the land of the minotaurs, and we were
one hut. It's one
and
hut.
one fancy door.
Better a door than us.
You guys remember what happened when you were at the door underneath the palace in Vreem, and you were just like, let's try casting false life or whatever the feigned death.
Yes, Josh. Yes, I remember that very well. Thank you.
And I had to sit there for like 5 minutes just to figure out what would happen.
No,
We're in
I
a
remember
wasn't
you
here that
scrambling
night.
for another book.
that was
We're in-
right before I came. That was the session before I arrived. So Josh.
We're in another moment like that. Not where like one of you is probably about to die, but as in like two things just happened, and I genuinely don't know what the result would be.
Roll it in our favor.
The doorway shatters.
That was our one shot at getting extra planar travel, you guys. We just blew it.
Again, better them than us at this exact moment.
Okay. The doorway shatters, and the bronze door and the darkness vanish.
Beaver's
And
gonna
the
take that as a
Minotaur
good thing.
vanishes too?
No. The Minotaur looks right at you and is about to charge towards you, Karina. So let me do those initiatives. I still need initiative from Almania and Vera.
Nope, you got mine, and it sucked. It's 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's yours.
22.
Oh,
Dang,
Almania
Almania.
did roll tonight.
Almania, you will
Yeah,
go first.
get out of here.
Then Karina. Almania, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
So the Minotaur is currently running away from you.
Awesome.
Okay.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, okay.
Has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a charm effect?
I don't think Dissonant. No, it's not a charm effect.
Okay. He rolled a
Oh, no,
19.
it's like
19. Okay, he'll take half. So another 7.
Another 7. Okay. And this is psychic.
mhm.
Okay. Full damage. Okay. Would you like to move?
No.
Okay. Karina, we're up.
Cool.
Right at you.
That's great. I will shoot him in the face.
Cool. Roll an attack.
Wait, where'd he go? There you go. I presume I'm not hidden at this point since he's looking right at me.
Correct.
Okay. 25,
Yeah, that'll hit.
but I won't do sneak attack. Here's for my arrows. Cool, still got them. So I do 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Okay. Arrow goes right into his face. It continues to charge at you.
I'm gonna move my movement up away from Almania.
Okay.
The opposite direction, and then I will hide again.
Okay. So you run 30 feet away from him and attempt to hide. Go ahead and roll to hide.
Cool.
While she's doing that,
Oh yeah.
28. Damn. Cool. While she's doing that, Rin, who is in theory assigned to assisting your group, kind of runs out from between some houses, kind of right in front of the Minotaur, as which is going to make 2 very large attacks, axe attacks. Oh God. Oh, misses. Okay. One of the axes, right? Rin dodges one, and the other one passes straight through her and buries into the ground.
Wait, what?
The undead Minotaur looks very confused. The other Minotaur, everybody is currently hidden except for Almania. So the other one is going to turn and run at Almania. Almania, you were about 80 feet away.
Yep.
Because the way we put this. So he gets right to you, but that used his action to do it.
Okay.
But when he dashes, nope. Okay, it's undead, so it does not have that ability. Okay, that will be their turn. What is Shoji doing?
Shoji will. Sorry, I forgot I was 2 people. Shoji will catch the one that's running right at Almania with Shatter, because she's standing behind, like a ways back.
Okay.
So she'll position it just so he's right in the edge and Almania is not affected.
Okay.
So
Rolls an 18 on the save.
sure. He'll still take half of 3d8. So half of 17,
That's
so
a good
8.
roll.
That is a good roll.
Okay, cool. Shoji is no longer hidden either.
Yeah, and then she'll move her full movement back away.
It's a good move.
Is there any cover that she can get behind?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are still kind of in broken down neighborhoods, so she could run behind something. Yes.
Yeah, something that'll give her like half cover.
Okay.
That's what she'll do.
Vera.
So there are
You
2.
you are Oh, actually, the one that just ran at Almania ran right past you. I think it's 15 feet away because you got 20 feet away from it, and then it moved, and you were like, okay, so you moved 35 feet away from it, so you're 55.
No,
so
I did not. I didn't move that far away. I moved 10 feet back so that I
Oh.
was 30 feet from it.
Okay, then I think it's 35 feet away from you now.
Okay, but there are two. Where's the other one?
The other one is 115 feet away.
But it was running for where I know Karina is.
Hold on. Okay, this is the doorway. Okay, so you were 20 feet away, and then you moved 30 feet away, and then 230 feet, and then it moved 80 feet. So 30. So it is 50. So the one is 50 feet away from you. The other one is 110 feet away from you.
So the one who's on Almania is closer.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
And she's within 5 feet of it.
Correct. It got right to her.
Right. So you said 80 feet away?
No, from you, it is 50 feet away.
50 feet away. Okay. So I will move up to within decent crossbow range, which I think is 30 feet. And I will shoot it and then bonus action hide again.
Okay, roll that attack.
For some reason, I'm imagining like tall grass that I'm hiding in, something like that.
Pokemon tall grass.
Yeah, whatever it is. So this is a
Is
plus
she
7.
hidden currently? Like, does she have advantage, Josh?
Yeah. Oh, good point. I'm hidden right now.
Yeah, you were already hidden, and it definitely beats. So you have advantage on the attack.
Okay, I'll roll again. Dirty 20. No, 19.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, good. I will do my sneak attack then. It's that. Ooh, that plus 4, 18 damage, piercing.
18 damage. All right.
I will then bonus action hide.
Okay.
I should roll
top of the round.
that.
Top of the round,
Should roll
Almania.
Gonna roll stealth.
That he's in melee range.
Yeah, he is right on top of you. Giant
You do have
axe
advantage.
raised above you. Undead features sunken and waxy.
Sweet. I want to cast Thunderstep and bamf away 90 feet. And he needs to do a con saving throw.
If I could hit the tray. God damn. Success, 21.
He'll still take half.
Oh,
Good roll.
11, I suppose.
Elmania, actually, Mary, thank you so much for taking that spell, because this is the second time that I've been like, oh my god, like if I roll a crit, she's dead again. And you're just like, Thunderstep.
I love Thunderstep. I found that one. Yes.
I can get really far away and hurt them.
yeah, that's awesome.
I'm gonna start giving the enemies the Mage Slayer feat.
No, Josh, don't do this to me. I mean, this is kind of my compromise between, like, I always wanted in some way to be a Horizon Walker, the Rangers, where they can just kind of bamf and teleport around. And I always thought that was really cool. And so this was like all right, I can be a bard and yet I can still bamf around. That's pretty
Awesome. Okay, you vanish in a clap of thunder, and the Minotaur gets rocked back. Neither of them have targets. Oh, except Shoji is right there, isn't she?
But isn't it Karina's turn first before it's theirs?
It is Karina's turn, yes.
Yeah. So don't get too quick at attacking my people, Josh.
What you doing?
Shooting. I will shoot the one that is looking like it's heading towards Shoji.
Okay.
Or the one that was closest to her. Let's see. And I assume I have advantage now. with
Yes,
20.
I think you rolled a 28 on the stealth.
Yeah.
That is precisely double its passive perception.
So I crit.
Nice. So, sick. Oh, God, that sneak attack.
Yep.
Cool. So I think 18 plus 3d6 plus your dex.
Okay, so I'm rolling my 3d6.
Oh my god.
14 plus my dex is 3, 4. What is it?
So
4.
18 plus 18, so 36.
Yes.
Holy crap. Okay.
And then I will hide again.
Okay.
So-
That is your turn.
This is an entirely rogue and caster party, and this is
and
great.
I rolled a natural 1 on my stealth, so I went from a 20 to a 1.
No, you did. Well, after that, he's definitely coming after you, and he can definitely still see you.
That's fine.
So he runs up to you and is going to make 2 Twilight Great Axe attacks.
Oh,
That sounds very rude of him.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Really? Is he here?
13 to hit.
nope.
I rolled a 5 and a 4. So 13 and 12.
Nope.
And he just runs straight through Rin, who stands there with like a mace and just like swings it through. No effect whatsoever. Okay.
See, they're going to have a talk about that later.
God, somehow misses completely. Almania, you're 90 feet away now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
the
should
other
roll for
player is gonna look and see if he can see somebody. Vera,
And
what
then
was your
find
stealth
Vera.
check? 24? Yeah, no, doesn't see anything. So runs back to the door, pretty much.
I'm kind of really liking like the idea of an all rogue party where everybody just hides and the enemy is just walking in circles.
So what you guys are doing is in video game terms called kiting. You are kiting the enemy quite effectively. This is a deadly battle if the enemy could find and hit you.
Well, I just put my foot through a box, so I'm like cussing very loudly at this point.
It's in like bending and trying to get your foot out of the box that you happen to duck beneath the axe swing that like whistles right over your head. Cool. Shoji's turn. Shoji is about like 10 feet away from this thing and from where you and it are.
Oh, it's Shoji's turn?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget that I have her.
And then
It's
here.
10 feet away?
Yep.
Well, that's a little too close. Gosh, she's kind of torn because she doesn't understand why everywhere she goes, undead just attack her. It's so stupid. She'll go for Shocking Grasp. We'll do that.
She tries to adopt it as her friend. She rolls to seduce the Minotaur, the undead Minotaur.
Yeah.
12.
12. Okay. I'm gonna because Beth isn't here to narrate why she misses. I'm gonna say that Shoji kind of runs up and reaches out to electrify it, and then it's just like, no, it's an undead. It's not just undead; it's an undead Minotaur. It is
So cool.
too pretty to zap. So mark off the spell slot.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, that's the cantrip one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Jesus. Vera.
So where's the closest one now?
It is now about like 100 feet away because it ran all the way back to the door. So I think it's about 40 feet away because you moved.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
Is that the one that
about-
took? Is that the one that took the crap ton of damage?
They're actually both roughly at the same hit points at the moment, but the one that Karina hit for 36 is the one that's way over there, and you can hear Karina cursing up a storm.
In Gnomish, by the way.
In Gnomish.
Yeah,
So,
can't get there in time. So I will get within good range, which I think is 30 feet, and I'll fire at the one that was 40 feet away.
okay.
And then bonus action hide again.
With advantage, because you are... it doesn't know where you are.
Stealthed.
Oh!
Yep.
Oh! Oh,
Yes.
general direction, but not exact location. Never mind.
Okay. Advantage, add 7 to this. Lots. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, good.
All damage.
So more sneaky damage. That is 13 damage.
13 damage.
I will then hide
Bonus action.
again as a bonus action, and I will now remember to roll my quivers. By the way, can I say that when I go back to camp, I restock on my quarrels?
Sure.
Thanks. Okay, hang on. Let me roll stuff.
Actually, Almania, if you would roll a d20 real quick.
Yeah.
23 stealth.
3.
Oh, close. And then another, because you've cast Shatter and Thunderstep.
11.
All right.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
oh,
I didn't roll ones.
So Vera, what's the total for that stealth check?
23. Thank you for the blessing, Karina. Bless you.
Top of the round, Almania, you're up.
okay. Where is everything now?
You are 90 feet away, so you can hear the sounds of, Karina yelling and whatnot, but it's all faint and distant. You cannot actually see anything that's happening in this battle.
I can't see anything, really?
There's too many.
Isn't it hard?
You guys are like in a neighborhood and you moved 90 feet away. 90 feet in any direction puts you out of sight.
Well, shoot. Okay. Can I
Could have moved 90 feet closer.
run 30 feet, see if I can see anything?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Stay ahead and stay ahead and stay alive. Okay. 16.
A 16, you are in the right area. 16, yeah. You can see the one that is currently at the door again. So the one that came for you and then you popped away.
I want to
What are you doing?
fireball it.
Just pull up fireball.
Don't forget to roll for your wild magic too.
Save?
It definitely failed the save.
Hell yeah. It's gonna take
Oh,
20
that's such a crap roll, though.
and
A lot of ones.
19 for wild magic. So
No wild magic. What are we at? If you roll a 5 or lower, 4 or lower now, I think.
something like that.
Okay. Well, all right, Karina.
Cool. I am supposedly not hidden. Great. That sucks. I will use Sacred Flame. So I'll reach down and I'll pull up my panpipes and I'll just play a little ditty on them, and I'd like him to make a dex save.
He fails. Oh, I'm sorry. 15.
What is my? I never can figure out where to find my spell save DC.
If you go to your actions, I think, and you open it. Yeah, yours is a 14, so he's safe.
Okay, so he saved. Okay, so nothing happens.
Okay.
And then I will Bonus action disengage
Yeah.
and move out of his melee range.
Okay. So you dance just out of melee range or full 30 feet?
No, I'll move my full 30 feet.
Full 30 feet away. Okay.
Yep.
Rin just kind of stands there. And the Minotaur chases after you, Karina. This time is going to try and hit you with a gore attack. 15?
16.
God damn. And a great axe attack. 11. These guys
Hey.
are rolling great on their saves.
The thing
And
of it is,
just can't hit.
I have been telling the stories of the forefather everywhere I go, and he is keeping his eyes on me.
I'm sorry, I looked at the dice. Sorry, the Gora. No, what was that? 12. Oh, that was the save. Yeah, 7 and a 3 plus not enough. Oh my god. Okay, well, the other one just got hit with a freaking fireball, and is gonna run after Almanya. So Almanya, he's on you again.
Great.
Well, it takes his movement and his action to get there, but he is raising an axe. Have I hurt any of you yet? I'm sad, but I'm also very proud of you guys because this is how to fight things that are really big and only have melee. This is
And we've only got rogues and casters.
Yep. You've learned so many lessons, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm gonna fucking kill one of you.
You already
You
did.
did that last week. Calm down.
All right. It's the other one's turn. Shoji, your turn.
Okay, Shoji is going to say, fine, this is whatever she guesses. Stupid undead that are just too cool. She's going to try again with, she's going to do Shatter at level 3. On the one that's close to the, is it close to the door?
No, now the one that's close to the door is out of Shoji's sight at the moment.
Okay, then the one that she can see
is on you. Yeah.
Sure. Save, con save.
14?
I believe that fails. I still can't find this.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save
Yeah.
is 15.
Okay. Cool. So that I upcast it to 3rd level, so that's an extra dice, right? So that's 4.
Yeah. So 4d8.
48.
Oh, that's a good roll.
22.
Okay. Blasts apart, bits of necrotic flesh just go flying off of this thing. One of its horns shatters and goes flying.
She cries a little bit while she does it.
She whispers, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. Why do you have to be so stupid?
Oh my god. Okay. Vera, you are well hidden. The one that you just shot at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a perception check in order to find.
Okay, where's the other one?
The other one, you could get there. You could get within sight with your movement and your bonus action dash.
Okay, let me look for the other guy. Here's perception. It's only a 14.
You kind of look in that direction. If you used your movement and your dash, you could get within sight of one of them. So the one that went after Almanya or the one that's currently going after Karina?
Okay, hang on a second here. I assume that it is an action to use my drugs.
It's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action to use
I
my
think I said it's a
drugs.
bonus action. You're talking about red?
Yes. It is the only drugs that Vera is currently carrying. No, actually, she has some other stuff, but never mind.
I was going to say, you've got Gideon's poison.
I do. That's got sentimental value, though, so I can basically never use it. But
Only to find Gideon's poison.
if I run my full, just plain old movement, am I allowed to make another perception check to see where these guys are?
No, that's kind of the perception check for the round.
Okay. I will do the movement and the dash to get within visual range of one of these suckers.
Okay, which one? The one after Almanya or the one after Karina?
The one after Almanya.
Okay. So
How far away is it?
Almanya, this thing is standing over you with the axe, but kind of like under its armpit, past it, you can see Vera kind of comes running out from between a couple of buildings.
Yep. Can I see from here, how far away is it now, this guy?
Movement and action. Pythagoras.
I've got a
was-
speed of 35?
With red, it's a 45. Oh, you didn't use it.
Yeah, I didn't take the red. I just
Right.
did the dash and action.
So 70 feet. Yeah, you come out like 20 feet behind it. Yeah, actually closer to like 15 or 10.
Okay, I will stop 30 feet away from it
Okay.
and fire at it.
All right. You are not stealth, so you do not have advantage on this.
Right, but if I hit it, I still get sneak attack because it's within 5 feet of an enemy.
Yes.
Cool.
That is-
Alrighty. I probably didn't hit it. It's only a 12.
Sinks into it, kind of its back, but doesn't seem to affect it or hamper it at all.
Dang, now it knows I exist.
It does know
Okay.
you exist. Almanya, giant
Not bad.
minotaur.
In front of me.
Definitely bloodied.
Okay.
It doesn't really have blood, but if it did, it would be bloodied.
Okay. I want to try and cast suggestion,
Okay.
and I wanted to make a wisdom saving throw.
So you cast suggestion. What language do you suggest it in? Oh, there. So now creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Oh,
So
that's
the
an
spell.
right. I forgot about that.
The spell splashes against it, and it is unaffected.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But now you know that doesn't work.
Yeah, but I used that spell, and that's my
Mhm.
action. Great. I want to use my bonus action for Mantle of Inspiration and inspire everybody else, and everybody gets their 8 temporary hit points, and that means that I can use my reaction immediately to run away another 30 feet.
You guys are simultaneously the best and
Are-
the absolute worst.
Are we all in range of that?
I don't know that you're all within range.
Of Mantle? Let me check.
They've got to be within 60 feet.
Yes.
And you can they have to be able to see you, and you have to be able to see them. So you can hit you and Vera, but that's it.
Great. I will hit myself and Vera, and then I'm going to run, but I'm going to run towards everybody else. So I'm not like just running further and further and further, like out of reach of everybody. Because if I get in trouble and I'm the only one there, we all know what happens to Almania when she's in trouble and alone.
And so actually there's the thing, right? Action was suggestion, bonus action, you use your reaction to move 30 feet. You can use your movement now to move another 30 feet.
Yes.
Which means he actually cannot get to you without using his action again.
Yeah.
No, he can only get me.
Thank
No,
you.
because you can now immediately use your reaction to also move 30 feet, and you're already 30 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving another. Wait, am I allowed to do that? Because I'm so running.
Yeah, basically, Almania uses this, right? Runic staff appears, kind of the colored feathers on her, kind of her crest light up. It's inspiring, it's majestic. And then she just runs right past the Minotaur straight to you. And then basically you can both use your movement, although on your turn. So you both actually, you use your reaction on her turn if you want. You both now are 60 feet away from it. God damn it. Karina, you're up. Minotaur, above you, axe.
Okay.
Rin has moved to flank him.
Oh, cool. She's good for something, finally. I guess I'm going to try to stab it with my dagger since that's my melee weapon.
All right.
With advantage. Hold on. Natural 20.
Okay.
And I get sneak attack, right?
It's not a problem. Yes, you get sneak attack.
Okay. So that's 9 for my sneak attack, and then here's my dagger damage plus my dex. 5. 5 plus 9 is 14.
14 plus 16, because it's a crit, so
Yeah.
30. Holy crap baskets. Okay. Cool. You tear out kind of almost all of the remaining muscle in one of its legs. It is both literally and figuratively on its last leg. And it is now it's going to hit you. I will do some damage to the party in this supposedly deadly encounter.
Okay.
Tactics, people. They're awesome. 5, 13.
No.
I have rolled a 4. I've attacked you 6 times with this guy. I rolled, it's a +8. So I rolled a 4, a 3, a 5, a 4, and a 5 and a 6.
Nice.
Sweet.
This
And
is
that John is looking
How does
down
it
the
feel?
hopper and smiling.
highly statistically unlikely. Cool. Well, the other Minotaur is
She's got a god.
is going to use its movement and its action to run up right behind Almania and Vera and raise its axe, foolishly hoping that it'll get a swing off. Shoji, what is Shoji doing?
Shoji will attack the one that's right up in Vera and Almania's space.
Cool. What is she doing?
She's going to do Shocking Grasp. I guess that'll work.
All right.
16?
Just hits. That
Whew.
is armor class.
Sweet. That is so it can't take reactions until its next turn. FYI. And it also takes 2d8 of lightning damage.
That is fucking genius.
7 points of lightning damage.
Okay, cool. It has so little life left. So little. well, unlife left, I guess. I don't know.
And then for her bonus action, she just cries some more.
At least she was not responsible for its actual destruction here.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Vera, you're up.
You have inspiration, don't forget. A D8 if you want to use it.
Thank you.
Does
So
all of that and gives them inspiration?
Yeah. Doesn't it?
pretty cool.
Inspiration.
I think
I
that
think it's just
yeah.
the temp HP.
I think it's just the temp HP and the movement. So Vera, what are you doing?
Well, one thing I do want to say as an edit to I think what you said earlier is that I would not have run to Almania. I don't want any grouping happening here.
So she ran to you.
Ran in her direction, yeah. More
Right,
towards
she's trying to get back to everybody else. So she ran to you.
And then I ran another 30.
And then you both ran another 30 kind of back in that direction.
Okay.
inspiration. I burn an inspiration to do it.
Oh, thank you. So where is the dude now?
It's right on top of you and Elmania.
Okay, I am going to. Are we in melee at this point?
Yes.
Then I'm going to wiggle around to flank,
Yeah, okay.
and I will signature move it.
So short sword first. What's the weapon?
Sawtooth dagger, and then a punch. Yeah.
And then a punch. Okay.
Okay, so I will do with advantage. Here is the sawtooth dagger. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
And then is it still with advantage, the punch? Because I'm
Yeah.
flanking?
Yeah.
Okay. Da. Ooh, might not. That's plus a 7, so I don't think it hits
Second
15.
one will not hit. So it's 2d4
Okay.
plus 2d6 plus 4.
Yes. So here's the 2d. Whoops. I'm forgetting how to do all of these layers of dice.
I don't know the whoops dice.
Come on.
Ooh.
Plus 2d4 plus 4.
Okay.
So 11.
Okay. You take your sawtooth dagger and just drag it across its hamstrings. Oh. Okay, so that was about 10 feet of movement and your action.
And
And the bonus action.
So do you want to move or no? Stay there.
No, I'll stay flanking.
Okay. Brings us to the top of the round, Elmania.
Okay, how's the guy who's in front of me looking?
Real hurt.
Real hurt? Okay, I'm gonna maneuver around so I'm with Vera, and I'm gonna grab her around the middle and say, "Hold on," and then thunder step another 90 feet away.
God damn it! I thought I was gonna kill it. I was like, okay, there's 2 of them. Only one of them can bonus action disengage. I'm gonna get one more swing. Oh my god. This is
I
amazing.
love you, Almania.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
I did not realize until now just how good the party was in general at avoiding attacks of opportunity and just like getting away. And for once they rolled poorly. 9. So he will take full damage.
Sweet. Not great. 12 points of thunder damage as I bamf away. Poof.
Cool. In the direction of Karina and Shoji. Okay.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay. You guys hear Karina and Shoji and Rin all hear for this second time now, just in the distance, thunder, and then Elmania and Vera just like right there. Holy
That's
crap.
strange.
All right, Karina, what do you want to do?
I'm still flanking with Rin, yes?
Yeah. Actually, wait, Elmania, that's a bonus action, isn't it? Or is that an action?
That's an action.
That's
Thunder
an
step
action.
is an
Did you want to do anything with your bonus?
action. No.
So yeah, Karina, you and Rin are still flanking.
Cool. I will stab this guy with my dagger and see if I can take out his other leg.
All right, roll the attack.
25?
Yeah, what does it look like? It had 2 hit points left.
Yeah, she'll just like cussing in Gnomish the whole time. under her breath, some of it directed towards Rin. She just like mows him down. Takes his knees out from under him.
All right. Rin gives you a dirty look.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. I waggle my finger in her face.
Um,
Oh, and then I still have a bonus action, right?
yeah, you do.
Okay, but there's nobody else hostile looking around here. Is the one where Almania bamfed away still up?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's not within sight.
I will just stay there, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that one, you hear the sound of a very large axe biting into dirt, and then nothing, and then rapid hoof beats, and it comes charging out from behind some buildings right at you guys. It's 20 feet away when it runs out of movement. What is Shoji doing?
Joji will sigh deeply and put a shatter right over his head.
Oh my gosh. 13 fails.
Yep. Let's see. So that's just at level 2. So it's 11 points of thunder damage.
All right. And Vera.
I'm within 20 feet.
Yeah.
Is anybody else within 5 feet?
No.
Hmm.
You could attempt to bonus action hide first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How bad does he look?
So bad.
Okay. I will bonus action hide and I will shoot him.
Cool.
Should I roll stealth?
Yeah.
Cool. Says cool.
All right. He can totally survive until his next turn.
Stealth.
With advantage.
Oh, you do have advantage.
Oh,
she
I
did roll with
do.
advantage.
I
Oh.
do roll with it.
Ken will not
Don't
do it, so you will not have advantage on this shot.
Fine. I'll still shoot him. Do add a 7. Oh, come on. I'm so angry. Then I will, let me see, that was bonus action and action, right?
Yes, that was bonus action, and about 10 feet of movement to actually get to where you could be in cover.
Then I will run away my other 25 feet.
Okay, Almania, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna go. And I'm going to cast Ice Knife and make an attack. So we'll start with just the ranged attack. 14, not great. Does that hit?
14 does not hit.
Okay. I still need him to make a dex save though.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Hit or miss.
16?
16?
I think that saves.
Yeah, barely. Ugh, makes me mad. Fine. Great. What else can I do? Okay.
All right.
I think no, I'm gonna burn another inspiration to do another mantle. So I can now use their reaction to book it.
Oh my god.
I'm
How
going to
many
stay right where I am.
Do that?
As
I'm
many
so
times as
happy.
and I've only done one.
Cool. Does anybody want to use their reaction to move up to their speed?
How
Shoji
far
will.
away am? Yeah. How far am I from this thing?
Is
20.
now is Shoji running towards it or away from it?
Away from it.
Vera, yeah, it's about 30 feet from you where you are, Vera.
Okay, I'm booking it 35 feet away. It can't get me.
Cool. Karina,
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
roll an attack.
Kill it. You get to kill both.
Cool. 22?
That will hit.
It doesn't have an ally of mine within 5 feet, though, right?
Correct.
So just this. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
Bonus action. Yeah, I'll stay put.
Josh is just desperate.
Has 1 hit point, and now it's his turn. He did it. Karina, he runs up to you.
Okay.
And he tries to gore you. 18.
That'll hit.
Just for you, Josh.
Just for you. He gets 1 hit in.
You will take 29 points of piercing damage.
21, right? Because of the temporary.
Yes. As he sprints towards you and about 10 feet away just lowers his horns and slams them into you. You need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'm real good at those. Actually, okay, so 18 minus 1, 17.
Okay, you are not knocked prone and pushed 10 feet away. So then he will take his axe and try and smash you with it. Dirty 20. Now.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And you will take another 17 points of slashing damage. Plus.
I gotta do math.
So another 23. So you took a total of, I think, 40.
Oh, I'm out.
Okay. So the Minotaur
get to ya.
smashes into you. You manage to hold your feet. You skid back a little bit, and then the axe comes down and smashes you to the ground. Rin disappears immediately.
We're really starting to not like her.
Shoji.
Shoji will throw another shocking grasp at this guy. Let's see. 24.
She electrocutes the undead minotaur that just kind of falls to the ground, steaming. And it's horrific.
She gets hit points.
Does she really?
She does. Beth always wants that. She always wants to be the one to land the killing blow because then she gets temporary hit points from killing someone.
I will find that real quick.
Yeah.
So
I just want it to be documented. She doesn't need them, but I just want it to be documented that she got them.
And she will cast Spare the Dying on Karina.
Yeah. Well, no, she can't because that's an action.
We'll run up and fix you.
Combat's over.
Okay.
So she will cast that. Okay.
Well, dang.
First of all, guys, holy shit.
Also, see why we kept running, Josh, because 2 hits and it took me out.
Well played.
Thank you.
My God.
Thanks. Thank you.
That was 2 challenge rating 8 creatures.
Can we take the money for this one, guys?
That was like a double deadly encounter. No, you guys fought out this battle, so you guys get the whole thing.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Can I just say, though, that the Benny Hill theme was playing in my head the entire time again? Because he keep trying to hit us and we'd just be like, nope. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. So that fight alone nets you 2,400 gold.
Sweet.
Damn. All right, you drag Karina's unconscious body back to camp. A couple hours later, she kind of wakes up. So, who would like to roll on the followers, and who would like to roll on the treasure?
I'll roll
Uh,
treasure.
May
All
I
right,
roll
Almanya.
followers?
Yeah, Vera, both of you give me a d20.
Well,
4.
12.
where is my new belt, by the way?
You have it.
Ooh.
Okay,
Do
it's not
do you want
stuff. So.
do you want to have attuned to it?
Yeah, sure. I'm not attuned to like anything else, so.
Okay. You have a belt. What's it called? A leaping belt.
Unless, am I? No, never mind. My loot is not magical. I was like, am I attuned to my loot? And then I was like, wait, no, hold on. My loot
How
isn't.
many things are you allowed to be attuned to?
3.
3? Good to know.
Yeah.
I've got 1.
All right. What else did I find, Josh?
So this is interesting.
Okay.
Followers, you rolled a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Roll a d10, please, Vera.
Okay, let me get that. My dice are stacked on top of each other. Here we go. 8.
You have another squad of Freeman soldiers.
Oh Lord, so many flippin' Freemans.
You
We
guys
can't
are
fit them on our
actually at the
boat.
point- You guys are actually at the point where you're going to need to turn people away.
I know. Yeah, we're
We
waiting
just
until
want
we
to
get
keep the cool one.
I will remind you of all of the travel rules before you guys kind of make your final roster for the journey. But
because I'm thinking we'll take like all of the high level people and then just fill the ranks with Freemans. I think
yeah,
is what
pretty
we'll
much.
do.
I
Yeah.
figured. So you know what? We're gonna do this actually. You guys have not returned to camp yet. Almanya, I need another D6.
Okay. 3. Do I get another belt? Do I get to dual belt?
A 3.
It's like crossing belts.
Okay. As you guys investigate, you kind of, I assume you're sticking around while Shoji picks apart the corpses. There we go. Words. Vera, you would probably notice this first. Karina, give me a quick D4.
One.
Oh, 1. Perfect. So we'll give Shoji an hour to kind of look around here. At the end of the hour, Karina, you kind of you wake up. Everything hurts, but your party has kind of bandaged you up. Vera, you see this first. In a nearby stone archway, another bronze door has appeared. It was not there a minute ago.
Everybody, there's another door, and I point at it.
Great.
Yay.
I don't like this
Not
asshole.
good. No. No, no, the other one.
I'm also curious because it could be an interesting story.
Well, it
I
should
will
be,
immediately use my second level slot for Cure Wounds on myself. Since I assume I have like 1 hit point right now.
You have 1 hit point right now.
Can I
Okay.
go up and investigate?
Yeah, I'll just go up and perceive it.
You may. Almanya, if you would roll investigation, and Vera, if you would roll perception.
Okay,
Oh.
Karina's not a healer, you guys.
I'm so sorry, Karina.
Not great.
Oh
You have,
man,
like,
come
6
on.
hit points?
I'm at 5.
5, okay.
We
8 and
rolled
11.
like crap.
The stone of this doorway has been like reshaped and enlarged to fit this door frame. the frame has been enlarged and changed, right, to fit the door. And the door looks entirely metal, and it seems to be some kind of copper or bronze. And inlaid, there's just, I mean, imagine like almost Greek pottery, but even cruder figures, and you see minotaurs. You know, this minotaur wearing heavy armor, fighting some kind of massive multi-headed dragon or hydra, and you just see all of these kind of little picture stories across the door. I need both Almania and Vera to make dexterity saving throws.
You know, Josh, I rolled for treasure, not being hurt.
Yes.
20.
This is the I've been calling it the treasure table. It is actually the lore / treasure table.
Huh.
So 25. Holy crap. And 12. Good. You guys, as you kind of investigate, the door vibrates for a moment, and you both instinctively jump to both sides as the bronze door slams open. You two have dived to the side. So Karina, as you're kind of like sitting there, patching yourself up, casting Cure Wounds on yourself, you watch the door opens. You do not see the hut beyond it. It is pitch blackness. And out of that blackness, 8 minotaurs dressed in just heavy, thick plate that looks like it's made out of clay come bursting out of the door. 3 of them, one of them kind of stops. They're all carrying just massive great swords, axes. One of them kind of stops over you, Karina, and just kind of stares down at you. Vera and Almania, one of them kind of stands over you guys as well. The other 5 just kind of run off into the nearby houses. Actually, I'm sorry, Shoji's here as well. So 4 of them kind of run off into the nearby houses. And the armor as they run sounds like if you broke a plate, like a ceramic plate in half, and then just like ground it across other ceramic. Like it's just this hideous cacophony of noise as they just burst into the surrounding houses. You see a 9th minotaur, this one dressed in just in colorful robes, and you can see bits and pieces of ceramic armor. This one is much smaller and apparently female. Is about to step out as one of the minotaurs kind of puts a hand out. She kind of steps back into the darkness and vanishes, and then that 4th one runs over to Shoji and just kind of stands there, weapon at the ready.
Question.
Yes.
You didn't say that these were undead minotaurs.
No, these are the largest, beefiest, brawniest, very much living minotaurs that you have ever seen.
Okay. I'm going to immediately like hold up a hand and say hello.
In what
universal surrender?
What languages do I know?
I don't know.
It'll be on your abilities sheet, abilities tab of your sheet.
Your intelligence modifier is 0, so I think you only know common.
But I should know Draconic, and like, because I was raised knowing Draconic, even though I'm not a Dragonborn anymore. And also, since I have mimicry, I can perfectly mimic all of the old stuff I did.
Right, that doesn't immediately teach you every language, though.
Right, no. I mean, I know that. What I meant is, like, even though I don't have, like, the same mouth as a Dragonborn, I can mimic my old languages.
Languages are not racial, so it's not like Almania becoming a Ravenfolk means she forgets how to speak Draconic, if you knew that.
That's what I want to make sure. It was like...
I don't think, though, that you know Draconic.
Why wouldn't she know Draconic?
Everybody just like has those languages when you start. That's not racial.
So session, right? Languages do not work as they do in the player's handbook.
Yeah, but her parents are from the hegemony.
We did this at session 0.
I don't remember this at session 0.
You know your kind of base language, which for Almania, you could have chosen either common or draconic.
I don't remember this at all.
Anything that allows you to know another language, you do if you know, if you have the requisite intelligence modifier.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember this at all from session 0.
Yep.
We've been going off of the fact that I knew Draconic this entire time, though, because I talked to the kobolds in Draconic.
Right, I thought you had a positive intelligence modifier. Okay, we will run with it for now, and we'll figure it out later. So what language do you use?
I was going to use Common anyway. I just wanted to make sure that I also knew Draconic in case of a pinch.
So you say that in Common. What are the other two doing?
Karina will just sit where she is, hurting desperately, and look up at them, and she will actually speak to them in Gnomish, because it always sounds sort of uncombative in her mind.
Okay.
She'll just look up and say in Gnomish, "Well, aren't you a big one then? We don't mean any harm to you, I'm sure."
Okay, and Vera, what are you doing?
Can I quick roll an insight? Because I'm assuming their deference is to the lady in the robes. Or do I need to insight check that?
If you would like to insight check that, you may, or you can speak.
Well, I'd like to insight check and then do a movement rather than speak.
Okay. I'll allow that.
Okay, so insight, they're deferring to her, they're protecting her, but she's the important one here. Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, yeah. Less like she's in charge and more just protection.
All right. Then I will do an action. I'm going to assume, and this might be an assumption, that I had my weapon out as approaching this stupid door because I was aware there'd be something that might come out of it. I'm going to hold my sawtooth dagger flat in my hands like that, and I will bow towards her.
Clear gesture of non-violent intentions.
Yes, but also respect towards her.
Okay, so you all do that. Shoji is going to reluctantly back away from the Minotaur corpse that she's currently pulling apart, and the one that is kind of standing over her looks down, looks at the two undead ones, and just kind of you watch, scan the area. Vera, with that, I'll keep that 20 insight check. You definitely notice he's looking at all of the other doorways in the area. Doesn't seem to see what he's looking for, grabs one of the undead minotaurs and drags it off into the darkness through the door. The three that are standing over you guys are just kind of holding, right? They are ready to smite you, but are not taking any currently violent actions. You can hear in kind of the surrounding buildings, stone being hurled about, metal on stone, clay on stone, grunting, some kind of language passing forth between the minotaurs that kind of disappeared into those buildings. And the language kind of, I don't think any of you speak it, but it definitely sets the hair on the back of your necks on end. or Almania, in your case, feathers. It is an unpleasant sounding language. Vera, would you roll a persuasion check for me, please?
$19.
19. Okay. The female minotaur steps a little bit out of the darkness, keeping the one that's kind of standing over Karina in kind of keeping that one in between her and Karina, nods at you, Vera, and Karina says something to you in Dwarvish. You don't understand it, but you grew up in the Combine. You know what Dwarvish sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to ask a question in Dwarvish.
What can I get a sense of what the nature of the question might be?
Give me an insight check.
That's not going to be good. I'll try. Not terrible. Let's see. Yeah, 14.
It could be anywhere from, who are you, to why are you here, to how's the weather today?
I look at Vera and I see what she's doing with her dagger, and I put my hands like so, bow towards Vera's direction, and then I take out my pipe and I start to play. Something kind of soft and soothing.
Okay. I don't think. Okay.
I'm going for the Tumnus song, the one that made Lucy want to laugh and cry and dance and fall asleep all at the same time.
Are you saying that all fantasy creatures that are man combined with livestock all respond to the thing?
No, I'm just saying that's Karina's personality. That's who she is.
Okay, so you just kind of start to play. None of the armored minotaur, and again, these guys are like 8-9 feet tall, just truly massive, and you can see kind of some of the folds of their plating. Whatever their armor is made of, it's a good like 3/4 of an inch thick.
Dang.
Whatever they're wearing has got to be like unimaginably heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Asks you something in a different language. Shoji, nope. No, I don't think any of you speak this one either. Okay. And I don't think Vera and Almania, you guys can both make straight intelligence checks.
Cool. The only thing I speak is Draconic besides Common.
14.
Intelligence. Hang on a sec.
Liliana have
Yeah.
no known languages?
Ooh.
Not more so than Almania would.
Okay, so nothing from like her past from when she was younger that she would already know?
You know what? I will allow a separate roll for Liliana with disadvantage.
Okay.
Josh, have I picked up enough Dwarvish just from growing up in the Combine to get any, like, to be able to say that I'm not going to harm anyone?
I would say you can do like, hi, where's the bathroom? Right, kind of that level of
Get to work, you stupid scum.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it depends. If you learned, Eke dwarves, you would also know how to say, like, I want to beat you with a stick.
Right.
Joke for all of those of you who may have learned Latin from Eke Romani.
I asked Liliana, I'm like, Liliana, do you know any of this? And her presence pops in for a second to be like, fuck off, and then disappear. And I'm like, well, fine. If you're angry, I don't know what's wrong with you.
You guys do not recognize this language at all.
May I do another motion?
You guys can attempt to communicate however you like.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my lute and kind of start riffing off of Karina and whatever she's doing. Like, hell yeah, it's like jazz music, where like one person starts and then another person like kind of joins in and riffs off of them. It's got the same kind of feel,
Okay.
I have no weapon.
Elmania and Karina just kind of start an impromptu. It's like the Tiny Desk concerts.
Yeah. Vera's tiny desks, yes.
Vera, what are you doing?
Well, having had reasonable success, shall we say, with goblins and drawings in the past, I'm going to take out I already have the dagger in my hand. What does the dirt look like? Is there a piece of smooth dirt where I could draw?
Yeah, all over the place.
Cool, because I'm assuming grass or something.
Yeah.
And I'll just essentially sign to her, can't do it, but I'll just do a squiggle in the earth and sort of raise an eyebrow at her.
The one that's kind of guarding you, she doesn't move any closer to you, not close enough to see what you're drawing, but the one that's guarding you kind of crouches down over you, and you're kind of drawing in the dirt, and just says something in kind of that hair-raising language back to her. So you drew tell me what you're drawing, but also tell me what you're intending.
Oh, what I was suggesting to her, I don't understand you. Will one of you come here and draw? We can communicate this way. And
Okay.
so maybe I will, when he crouches down, I will hand him the handle of the dagger and sort of tap on the ground.
He takes just one giant hand, kind of erases what you did, and kind of hands the dagger back to you.
I will start in very poor little stick figures to draw what happened. As in, there were the two undead, there was the doorway, shatter, and that we killed them.
Looks down at the drawing and turns back and a much longer speech to the female. She nods. He erases it again and waits. Elmania, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, do I recognize the language or anything kind of about the language from any of my studies? Like, is there like, because I've heard music from all over the world and all like sorts of different creators. Have I heard anything that sort of sounds like this?
You know what? I will give you advantage for the second language she used. The one that just kind of raises the hackles, you would not have heard.
Okay, but the second one?
Yeah, right. So she tried Dwarvish, which you guys recognized.
Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah. So the second language that she tried was Elvish.
Oh, do I know any songs in Elvish? My teacher was a fae.
I feel like you probably would. You don't exactly know what they really mean, but you can sing them.
Okay. Can I sing a song in Elvish with my perfect mimicry skills?
Yeah, you start singing a song in English. Karina now kind of switches to match you. Yeah.
Except that Karina is also keeping a very close eye on the one that's above her, she will, in common, add sort of a harmony to what Almania is singing. She will start to sing little bits of her story of her god, and she will make sure that the name gets in there, and she's going to look and see if there's any reaction at all.
No reaction to the name.
All right.
Vera, what are you doing next?
I am
Flashback
going.
to a couple of like bloodied goblins tied up in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that.
This is going to
It
go
was-
differently, though,
Yes.
right?
You're not taking
No
psychic damage yet.
promises this time. I will continue to draw and essentially tell them that there's a big army of Remans here. Or that there's a whole bunch of people here, in case they didn't know. And that we were sent out by them.
You draw kind of ranks of soldiers. You kind of point out. You can clearly see from most places in the city at this point, right? Kind of the woods have been pushed back. Walls have been constructed. The minotaur in front of you kind of speaks to her. She looks around at everything. Nods. That's okay. At this point, the ones that had spread out come running back. They are carrying what look like just all kinds of scrap, stone that's not broken or destroyed, vegetation, and small fruits and whatnot that they seem to have been able to scavenge from the area. And they all kind of run back and disappear back into the darkness. All three of the ones guarding you guys start to stand up and kind of back away as well, but the female does not move. And all of them kind of look at her and then kind of start ignoring Karina and Almania and just start scanning the area very intently. Wow, cool. They both rolled the exact same number.
I say something in Draconic, see if they understand that.
Yeah, you. What do you say in Draconic?
I'm gonna say, sorry, do you understand this language?
There is no response from them.
Shoot. Well,
Um,
that's I know.
Vera, the Minotaur in front of you, starts making gestures with his hand and speaking in that just hideous language, and the dirt comes up into a small model of the Vreeman, like the wall that surrounds the Empire.
The Empire, not the camp. I
No,
nod.
no, yeah, like the huge wall that surrounds the Vreeman Empire.
I nod. That's them.
I put my pipe away.
She speaks to the one kind of in front of you, Vera, and he kind of points at you and then at the model.
I point at myself and I go,
He
and I'm. Oh, can I make this gesture?
Sure, yeah. He nods. She says something else to him, and he kind of taps his throat, and then points kind of out towards where the Vremans are.
Do you want to speak to them? They might understand you. But I try and make a gesture as in point to them and I say, back to the door.
Sorry, I missed the first part of that. It said I lost my audio connection.
Oh, sorry. I'm like gesturing to them and I point towards the door. And I just say, for your own safety, I don't know what the Vreemans will do to you.
She nods. Almanya.
Yeah.
She looks around at you all. Almanya, actually, Karina and Almanya, if you guys would both make performance checks real quick.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Can I
guide
get it?
myself.
Trying to play music in the languages that she was talking in.
You know what? I'll give you advantage on that.
I'm gonna guide myself.
2 performers in the group.
21.
I got a 19.
It's really close. Almanya. She kind of pulls out this small golden disc from kind of the folds in her robe and hands it to the minotaur that's standing over you, and says something to him. He kind of takes his greatsword, buries it a little bit in the ground in front of him, holds out the golden disc in one hand, and then holds out the empty hand towards your loot.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I've tucked my pipes back in my pocket now as I see this happening.
I hand him the loot and take the disc because I'm nothing if not a curious bard. Is this something new?
Takes the loot, hands it to her, and the 4 of them start heading back through the doorway.
Okay.
Can I just like reach out a hand and say, take my...
Hold on, I'm going to give first reaction to Almanya.
Oh, can I look at the disc and see what it is?
Yes, you may roll Arcana, Investigation, Religion. Roll any skill that has intelligence as its modifier. I think is Arcana, History, Investigation.
I'm terrible at all of those.
Religion. Yeah, any of those.
I'll just pick one. All of them have a +0 to them. It doesn't matter.
Well, what matters, you can't know this.
So a 9.
The DC actually changes based on which one.
Oh, okay. I just rolled a regular one, so let me just pick one then. Okay.
Yeah. So you roll a 9, and you can choose which one you'd like.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pick Arcana. I'll pick Arcana.
Okay. A 9 will not tell you what it does, but it is magical.
Okay. Okay.
So are you going to attempt to trade it back or hold on to it?
No, I think I'll hold on to it. I have made peace with the minotaurs in some way, and I will take pride in that. Apparently thought I was so good that they wanted my loot. And, what more could a bard ever want than for somebody to love their music so much than to want to, capture that? So I will let them have it.
Vera, you had a reaction that you wanted to take before they leave?
Well, I was just gonna kind of whisper to Almanya first, like, are you sure?
I'm sure.
I mean, it's your baby.
I know, but I also won. I didn't even pay for it. I won that one based off of pure talent alone. So
So that's not actually true. You did pay for it, but you paid for it through service.
That's true. It was
Bremen.
yes, it was a little bit different, but I also can mimic all sounds that I have heard, and so I can technically mimic the sound of a lute perfectly with my voice while I am still singing, which is pretty awesome.
You cannot do both.
Well,
You cannot imitate. You cannot imitate the sound of the voice and a lute playing at the same time.
are you sure? Because I am just basically overlapping them.
Right.
Sound.
So you can imitate like any sound that somebody that somebody makes, not necessarily simultaneously.
You can imitate an instrument in the orchestra, but not the orchestra.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
It's okay. I will keep the magical disc, and I will take it.
Okay. Vera.
All right, as long as I like make eye contact with Elvania and I'm like, is it good?
I look a little distressed, but I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
You better not tell Andrea that you gave away Jenny.
I know. It's probably fine. I don't think I'm ever going to see her again.
Yeah, Vera, your reaction.
I'll just make a farewell gesture.
Okay.
And respectfully, I'll give a bow to the lady.
Karina?
I really want to follow them. Damn it. I'm just gonna go up just to the doorway and look inside and see what I can see.
Pitch blackness.
Man, I want to go in so bad. I'll just look at Vera and I'm like,
Lovey, my my adventuring days, I am attempting to bring them to a close. Yours might be just beginning, but your choice.
But he says that stasis is death. It's so
So
good
they
to
are.
go.
One of them kind of grabs that heavy, thick door and begins to swing it closed. What is Karina doing?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
No, I'm not.
Do it. Do it.
God.
Do it.
No, she'll turn back to the group.
Okay. The door closes and vanishes without a sound. The doorway kind of reshapes to its normal, much smaller frame.
Karina starts just quietly weeping and muttering in a language that Vera doesn't understand, but Vera can definitely understand the tone.
I won't slap you unless I know what you're saying.
I'm holding my disc and I'm like shaking a little bit and I'm like, nope, I will figure out what it is. It will be fine.
And you do.
What is it? What is?
That evening, if you would roll a d4 for me, please.
D4.
Ooh.
So 1.
You take it to one of the Imperial Hexen. While holding this, you have dark vision out to 60 feet.
I mean,
This is a transmuter's stone.
okay.
So yeah, while it is in your possession, you have dark vision to 60 feet.
Sweet. I am one of like nobody in this world who now has dark vision.
Vera has, right? Vera's goggles give it to her out to 30, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta go find another instrument, guys. I can also play the lyre and the drums.
We'll figure something out in Onisha.
So that was a great roll on the lore / treasure / opportunity table. I did forget, because of just the excellence of the your guys' tactics in that fight. You guys get a bonus roll on the followers table.
Ooh.
I mean,
Jenny,
I
go for it.
threw a deadly encounter
cool.
at you, and for 4 rounds, didn't touch one of you.
Did a really good job. Yeah.
That was
So I can make the follower roll. What do I roll?
just a D20.
Cool. Do it. 14. Oh man, I wonder what's inside that door so much. Damn it.
If you would roll a D6, please.
Okay. 2.
Oh,
What noise was that?
Yeah.
Did we
It's
get
George.
like one of your
another Jaeger wishes to travel with you guys to Onashur.
We.
Did we get like super close to like one of your favorite NPCs and you're just like waiting to pull them out?
No, this Jaeger is a 9th level. Oh, I'm sorry. 8th level fighter.
Thank you.
It is a half orc named Constantine who loves to brawl.
Oh,
I am
And
very happy right now.
So that moment of like pain right there was just like, God damn it, another person that Guth would have just gotten along so
Yeah.
well with.
yeah.
Can we
So,
just
yeah,
keep him?
Constantine, the half-orc champion, will travel with you to Westishire.
We needed a
Honester.
tank.
I don't know. You guys have done really well without a tank.
Onisher, by the way, Josh, not Westershire.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've made that mistake. Damn. All right, so
It's all
that's
good.
8th level Jaeger from the chart. Okay. Okay. If there's nothing else that you guys would like to accomplish,
Can I show you my design for the mittens or
Ooh,
gloves?
yes.
Okay, so don't look at the top one. Okay, so make sure I haven't forgotten anybody. So I've tried to make a design that includes the initial of everybody in our party who's died.
Nice.
Let me make sure that I've got everybody. So there's because I would feel really bad if I forgot somebody. There's Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the first design including Liliana, but she's not dead, so she doesn't get into the design. So we got Lyra, Cormier, which starts with a C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, Lyra, Cormier, Guth, and Oz. I think are the only ones.
Nope.
Am I right?
Nope, there was one more.
You.
I mean, now,
But you're alive.
Oh my.
I think
That's
that's everybody.
That's
okay.
right. Yeah.
I mean, you guys don't know what happened to Talia, so.
True. I haven't included a T in here. I will.
Vera assumes that she's still alive.
Yes, I'm making an assumption.
Who was Maddie playing?
She didn't die.
but
She's
she's
still
still
an
alive.
Onisher.
She just left.
Yeah. So it's the lower one. If I could, no, over here. If I can get it right. That one.
Oh, I
Ooh.
like it.
Fancy.
Excellent.
It's got all of
Awesome.
them in it, I hope. So that'll be on the tops of the hands.
Nice.
Or I can do little where they all connect and they go around the bottom.
Did you guys want to create a group name to match the symbol, or just kind of sticking with the symbol for now?
No, the symbol isn't the group one. The symbol is sad.
Yeah. You should see the long list of Jaeger party names that I have. They're not happy names.
No, maybe not.
The sad ones. We'll call them the sad squad. Because they have the happy squad.
Yeah. Oh God.
So Elmania, you now have like knit gloves that I assume have like kind of at the tips some kind of like really short, like maybe copper like disc or something as like a pick.
As a pick. She doesn't have a loot.
I assumed they were just fingerless, so that I could just use them to like push down feathers
yeah.
and still have my fingertips to kind of go.
That could work. They're fingerless.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, now you don't have a loot.
I know, but we'll get you another one. Yes.
All right. Who would like to roll? This is the last day.
But I can see better than I've ever
Great.
before.
So who would like to roll on the encounter chart for the last day?
I rolled last time, I think.
I'll do it.
Thanks, Faye.
It's 2d10s, right?
Yep.
Great. 3 and a 7.
Okay. These things are wonderful.
Wait, we got a full rest, right? So we're
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll do that in the thing here. How do I do that? Someday I'll learn how to properly use this. Full rest. Okay. Oh, and Almania, if you would give me a performance check for that evening.
Because I can still sing. And make
Kim's
cool.
doing thing.
$22.
All right, 7 days.
I'll roll my percentiles for the new day.
Yep.
Start singing a song about how I helped save this whole place by giving up things to the minotaurs. Make me feel better about how distressed I am that I gave my loot away.
So you guys end up fighting. Well, I mean, can everybody please roll a just one straight wisdom saving throw?
No.
13.
Okay, that's all right.
Swear to
20.
God, I'm poisoned or diseased again.
1.
No.
Great.
You can re-roll that.
I can and I will. Good Lord.
Shoji got an 11.
Thank you for reminding me I'm a friggin' halfling.
Oh,
wait.
that,
It's still not great.
Wait a second before I know. I want to get advantage on it.
oh,
The Tides of Chaos.
okay. You are a wild magic sorcerer.
And that's a 2, so I'm keeping the 13.
That's fine. DC was 12.
Oh
So that means Shoji and Vera both failed.
So here's what happens.
Do tell.
You guys fight 3 what are called rageapedes.
Ew.
In the course of the fight, you all get bitten at least once. Karina and Elmania, you guys experience just overwhelming rage that you manage to kind of shrug off. Vera and Shoji go berserk.
Is this
Rip
liquid
the
was rude?
ragepede up. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They can't attack the rageapedes. So essentially, what I'm going to assume happens is like Vera and Shoji turn against you guys, try to kill you. And I think Karina and Elmania, I think in order to survive Vera's sneak attack, would probably have to hide and or like thunder step away. And so by the time you guys kind of come back to the scene, the rageapedes and Vera and Shoji are gone. And it lasts for... And just like a minute later, both of them kind of confusedly wander back to the scene, just covered in the blood of whatever they went out and just butchered in the surrounding area.
Gosh, I hope no one important.
We've only got 55 hit points and no resistances. So I'll say you guys probably killed 2 of them before that actually happened. So we'll give you 450 gold for the day.
Or we could roll on the treasure table.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or you could roll on the treasure table.
I want to roll on the treasure table for that one.
Okay. Treasure table it is. Who wants to give me the d20?
Can I roll? I haven't rolled yet for treasure. 16.
Okay.
I have to give up another loot.
You don't have another loot, honey.
I know.
It's terrible.
Where did I put there? Okay. So you've killed the 2 Japeeds. You've got their bodies. You're kind of scouting around the area.
Shoji is butchering them like usual.
Yep, Shoji butchering them as usual. Vera, actually, Karina, give me 2 survival checks.
Cool. Survival?
Yeah, from Shoji. Sorry, so Shoji, give me 2 survival checks.
Oh, sorry. I was getting excited because survival is something Karina is actually really good at.
Karina can give her advantage if she'd like.
Sure.
Thankfully, we all have a lot of money now, so I can get a new instrument.
So that's 12 and one more. 17.
There we go. You guys mess up on the first one, but on the second one, you guys actually have a venom sac from a Ragepede, which you could craft into something. I don't know if you would want to craft that into something defensive or like augmenting or offensive. But there's definitely some crafting potential with the sack of Ragepede venom. So I'll go ahead and add that to Shoji.
Okay, perfect. I was
Definitely
gonna.
So delighted. Sack of Ragepede.
I already added her mouth full of iron ape teeth.
there we go. Okay. And you guys are kind of scouting around, looking into houses, and one of them you kind of peer into, and there is a very large figure bent over kind of a portion of the wall, and it's wearing this kind of tattered hooded robe as it just kind of bends down and appears to be inspecting the stonework.
I don't like this.
This is a large, seemingly humanoid, about the size, maybe a little bit larger than the minotaurs that you just saw. I'll assume everybody is stealthing, so actually real quick, everybody give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Vera's blessed.
Oh, thank you again. And this is in one of the buildings again?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Karina got a 15. Come on, Shoji. Okay. Karina got a 15. Shoji got an 8.
Okay. So you guys kind of peer in here. Shoji kind of comes bumbling up a little bit behind, and like you guys are stacking up Scooby-Doo style, kind of looking in here, and she just kind of like runs into the group. And this figure just kind of slowly turns to look. So imagine if a like giant green slime wore a cloak, and the slime was like in the shape of a roughly in like humanoid shape, but kind of underneath the hood there's just like the slime just kind of goes up into this tall almost conical head. And it's green, but you can see a kind of an orange pulsing occasionally coming out from kind of where the kind of the collar of the cloak that it's wearing. And again, this thing is large. And as it sees Shoji, you hear an excellent, polished voice emanating from no mouth that you can see, but definitely coming from within the hood. Ah, people. Yes, this is good. Oh, and language established. Recognition on her face. Oh, tension in the air. Weapon drawn. This is not good. Wait, I have something for this. Jokes, you call them, yes? Right, you guys are all totally hidden. And Shoji's just like standing in the doorway. Yes, a joke. Tell me a joke. No, I tell the joke. Yes.
From my hiding place, I yell, knock, knock.
Oh, and I hear him. Oh, it is thought you were all killed. How did you survive? Looking straight at you, Almanya.
Yeah. How did I survive what?
The destruction of the Great Eries.
I don't know.
Was there... where are your people?
And I was like, I don't know. I'm very new to being this.
I don't know what that means. Why did you dye the feathers on your head?
Because I like the colors.
Do you know the words? Hold on. And you see like a gold, not a golden, kind of an orange, these, slimy tendrils kind of come out of the sleeves of the cloak, reach in and pull out this like probably basketball-sized orange globe.
Like made of slime? Like also made of slime? Or...
No, this appears solid. It's almost, it's, I mean, imagine
everything he has is becomes slime. And he's like, it's great.
Imagine like a perfectly spherical glob of amber.
Okay.
That pulses almost like a heartbeat, but you can also see kind of these brighter orange swirls inside it. And it kind of pulls it out for a second and then like puts it back inside the folds of its cloak. Do you know the words of the Raven's Blood prophecy?
No, I don't. But please tell me.
I don't know them.
Oh, shoot.
I was hoping you would. Is there a secret, Eerie? Will you introduce me to your people?
I would love to if I knew my people. See, it's a kind of a long story. I was resurrected in this body. I was dead for a while, and now I'm not dead. And I became this, and I don't even know what I am.
Readjusting. Individual, potentially more interesting than culture. Interesting.
No, please tell me about the culture. I'm really curious. I really want to know.
Is exciting. I don't know about the culture. I was hoping you would.
No, I don't.
Anyway, the joke. Yes, I see weapons still drawn. A Shoth merges with a pool of slime and says, I'm having a goo time. Ha! Yes, this is funny.
I have been just crack up.
Can we keep it forever?
Tension has been erased.
Almani just
burst
Yes.
out laughing.
Sighing to create sympathetic relief reaction. Increase cooperation among disparate species. No lungs. Will approximate. And you guys hear it just, of just the most stereotypical, like, ah. Like, kind of the sigh that precedes, this is pleasant. Ah, excellent approximation, if I do say so.
That was very excellent. I approve.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name?
I am Oth.
Oth?
Oth.
Oth. I am Almanya. It's nice to meet you, Oth.
I don't understand. You are Ihirin.
Ihirin. Is that what I am?
Yes, I just said that.
Ihirin.
What is an Almanya?
An Almanya is what I call myself as an individual of the Ihirin.
Yes. Golden, orange globe kind of comes out again, goes back in. Yes. Apologies. Cultural difference.
That's fine, yeah.
You are the Almanya of Einhiren. And
Yeah.
And who is your friend?
Oh, this is Shoji. I apologize. And she is very smart and does magic. Say hi, Sho.
Hi, Show.
Pointed ears, but blunted features, odd, half-elven. Yes, she is the Shoji of half-elves.
Yes.
Good.
Good. You're getting it. Yes.
Welcome,
Karina pops out.
Shoji. A third human. This is a human. It has a name as well, yes?
Yes. I'm so
Karina,
proud of you. You're doing such a good job.
You are the what of humans?
Karina, I.
This is Karina I of the humans.
This is Karina, the Karina of humans. Excellent.
I'll come out.
A fourth. This is a good day.
This is a good day. This is a very good day. This is Vera Mayweather of the Halflings.
Of course, all know halflings. We are, of course, speaking their language. I chose it. It is the most common. And it worked. You all recognize it. This is good.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
I said a fourth. This is a good day.
No, thank you, Oth. You just said you're speaking the language of the halflings.
Yes. We all are.
We were all speaking the language of the halflings.
Yes. That is what I said.
That into my song.
How do you know this is the language of the halflings?
Because the halflings taught it to all of the other races.
Where are you from, Off?
That I cannot tell you.
Oh. Are there many like you?
That I also cannot tell you.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, I'm disappointed, but that's okay. I'm sure we can figure this out.
Yes, I think there's much possibly that we could offer one another.
Yeah.
Karina will step up to him and ask in Gnomish if she can see his orb.
He responds. It responds in Gnomish. The Zom cannot be handled by anyone but ourselves.
Well, can I just look at it?
Of course. Comes out.
What is it? Okay. I look at it. Is there like writing in there?
Oh, give me a perception check.
Cool. Perception.
Off,
I
what
will
are you,
guide myself.
Off, what are you doing here? What is your purpose in these ruins?
19.
Okay,
Is guided.
19. So with a 19, you can see that, yes, those bright orange, like zips going around inside appear to be tiny script.
What is it in?
It is moving too fast to read the
Okay.
language, but it's you're pretty sure that it is script. Almania, as you ask that, I am here to help
To help who?
you.
Tell me.
Yes.
With what?
What do you need help with?
Oh my gosh,
A
so
lot
much.
of things, yes.
We are claiming this temple back for the Moon Maiden, and now I desperately need to know about the Eries and my culture that I apparently have. And we're gathering friends to go on a journey with us.
Narrative of events. Goal stated. Help not requested. I'm sorry. Do you need help with any of those things?
Oh, all of them. Yes. Do you want to help us?
Of course. I have already said so.
Oh. What do you do best? What were you made to do? Aside from help, of course.
That is my purpose.
Right, but do you fight things to help people, or do you learn things to help people, or do you collect knowledge to help people?
If my help is something that you wish, then yes, I will act to defend your life and to defeat threats against you. And I will share knowledge that I have.
Guys, I like this friend. He is our new friend.
Yes, agreed. Josh, growing up in
Yes.
the Combine, do I recognize the, like, does this seem familiar to me at all, the orb?
It seems familiar to Jenny because you guys met, actually both Grace and Jenny, because we had a one-shot where you guys saw one of these. No? It's probably because you killed it immediately. Okay. You can give me a history check.
Because I'm just saying, Karina grew up with gnomes who made stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
And this has definitely a construct-y sort of thing about it. I will guide myself.
Are you really
Well,
saying we get to
no.
keep him forever because I love him?
Guys,
That's only a 12.
Total of 12?
Yeah.
You are familiar with slimes and oozes and molds of 1,000 varieties. You have never seen a sentient slime.
Oh, I was talking about the orb specifically. That's what I was looking at.
And the orb is just, yeah, you've never
Okay.
seen or heard of anything like this.
Okay, cool.
Okay, will you come back to our camp and help us?
Of course.
Great.
Quick question, Mr. Oth. Do you want anything in return?
I'm so happy that you've asked. It's always a good thing to ask when somebody's like, no, here's just some help.
Well, Vera does not believe in that.
If something sounds too good to be true, it is good to be true.
There's always a price.
I mean, yes, information, learning, knowledge, all of these things are freely passed, yes?
Well, it sort of depends on who you're going to pass it on to, shall we say. Let's simply say that part of helping us is to keep some secrets.
I mean, I have plenty of things to tell you that I don't care if you spread off far and wide. But what do you do with the information that you get?
I collect it.
And do you just keep it?
Mostly, yes. If someone needs my help, like you, then I will share it.
How'd you get in this temple?
Oh, tension again.
Oh no, I'm
another-
just curious. I'm
another
very,
show?
very curious how you ended up in here because we've been fighting off all sorts of nasty things, and I'm wondering how you got in here.
Oh, apologies. Genuine curiosity.
Oh, Bart.
I walked, I think you say. Yes, I walked.
Where'd you walk from?
I cannot say.
I guess that's fair. Do you
This
have? Did somebody create you? And you just ended up here to collect knowledge?
I am of Shoth.
Of Shah.
Shoth.
Choth? Sorry, could you spell it?
Shoth. Shoth.
O-T-H, Shoth. So you are
Shoth.
off of Shoth.
Yes.
So Shoth is to you what halfling is to me?
I see the analogy. That will work.
So just as there are many more halflings in the world, are there more of Shoth?
To you, it makes sense to say, I am a halfling. To me, so for me, it makes more sense to say, we are off.
A collective mind.
Not quite.
Is Shoth, is he your forefather? Your creator?
Yes.
And what does Shoth do?
Shoth helps.
What does Shoth help by doing? Like, what is Shoth's primary directive?
We find those like yourselves, and we help them with what they need help with. And in return, we gather knowledge and we learn.
And is knowledge the final goal?
Yes, the gathering and unity of all knowledge.
I don't know, y'all. I like
And
him.
what happens when you have all the knowledge? Then what?
That is an excellent question. I don't have an answer to it yet.
Well, I, for one, am not going to turn down anyone's help, considering the, shall I say, straits that we're in.
I think we could use all the help that we can get.
Here's my question, though, Off. You have offered to help us very kindly. We're very glad to accept. But who's to say that you won't meet someone else you want to help more?
That would be a job for other off. Yes, I am helping you.
What were you reading on the wall when we came in? We're still kind of exploring around here, and I'm curious.
The stonework is fascinating. Rare color, unusual in construction. There is a quarry in the city. I was curious whether the stone came from this quarry or was shipped from somewhere else. Evidence of old trade.
Okay.
It is both disappointing to find that it came from the local quarry and exciting.
Yeah, I think there's something exciting about putting together kind of the pieces of a puzzle.
Indeed, when one hypothesis is shot down, there's always the disappointment as of a lost friend. But the new possibilities are equally exciting.
how long have you been around, Oth?
Sadly, I am only 127 of your solar cycles.
Okay. I mean, that's still older than I am. So you must have gained a lot of knowledge. What do you know about the gods who have disappeared?
I know what I know of Shaf.
Okay.
Is
What's
Shaf your god?
Are there others?
Yes, you are in the temple of the Moon Maiden, who is a god.
Yes, you mentioned the name.
Do you
I
not know the temple of the Moon Maiden?
No, I came here and found ruins, and ruins are exciting.
Oh, agreed.
But it is unfortunate that all evidence beyond the stone itself has been somehow wiped from here. A building that is very suitable to what you would call a library exists upon the island, but no books or even scraps exist any longer. This was a heavy disappointment, so I was studying the stone to see what I could glean from it.
Yes, we've noticed that all organic material appears to have disappeared, which I assume would include any literature.
Indeed. You have an unfortunate habit of inscribing your knowledge on animal skins, which deteriorates rather quickly.
Mm.
No, it's even worse when we do it on bits of trees. But I'm sorry to backtrack a little bit with a question. You say you're 127 cycles old, so to speak.
Indeed.
Yet you appear to have knowledge of things much older. Again, the language of the halflings is that's the first time I'd ever heard that, and that must be very ancient knowledge. How do you know?
Yes, I was not there when the halflings came into being, but I have studied.
How have the halflings come into being, or how did anything come into being?
Oh,
Well, no one knows that.
Sorry, that's
ontology.
philosophical.
Yes, this is an exciting realm of discussion.
We're letting someone who knows, the DM who knows philosophy, go nuts about ontology. We should have never let this happen.
Let my philosophy nerd out a little bit.
Yes, this is exciting. And if a slime can like hunker down for like a long discussion, this one definitely does. Yes, how did anything come into being? Now, as creatures of matter, as you and I, such a question is unanswerable. Only hypothesis can exist. What have you come up with?
Well, I think that, I mean, who can obviously know for sure, but from all of my studies, I did a lot of schooling because I had to be in training for a long time to learn music, and so I've studied the songs of people of the past, and I'll sing some for you at some point.
That would be exciting.
Yeah.
I have not had an opportunity to study music.
Ooh. Oh, hun, we're gonna have a great time.
I am excited about that.
Yes.
Most react poorly to my form, and studying live people is therefore difficult. But
Yes,
we were talking about knowing.
Yes. Yes. So the way I see it is we have all of these stories about the gods, about these creators who built our world. And in my mind, from all of those stories, from myth, from legend, we were created by these greater, higher beings who gave us spirit and soul and created us to live in this world that they had made. Now, obviously, I don't know anything for sure, but just from all of those stories, kind of putting them together, from things that I've read and music that I've learned, it all, like, that's where I hypothesize that we came from.
Clarification of the question. Where
Yes.
did you come from? But
Oh,
where did the gods who created you come from?
see, that's a mystery that I don't even know. I don't know where they came from because we don't know anything beyond those myths and legends. We don't have anything, at least that I know, from before that time. So all I have is that starting point and then moving forward from there. But there could be something that happened before that starting point, some even more vague and analogous sentience that started forever ago. But I don't have any stories about that, unfortunately.
Why not keep it more simple, shall we? If we're talking, I honestly have no idea what the word ontology means, but you apparently appear to be speaking about the origins of people and things, correct?
On existence, yes.
Well, I frankly know why I exist. I had a mother and presumably a father.
But that is only one of the causes of your being.
And they had mothers and fathers who had mothers and fathers who had mothers and fathers. Surely what you're saying is you keep going back up the scale of mothers and fathers. There must have been an original mother and father or origin, correct?
Not necessarily.
So you're saying that things come into being spontaneously.
That is a fascinating possibility. It would explain many things.
What would it explain?
It would explain how there can be, with a certain premise, yes, it can explain how there can be anything while also avoiding the, as the Vera of Halflings has described, an infinite change. It severs the need for some sort of infinity, but also raises the problem. All things exist randomly. How can there be apparent order?
Yes.
All things, all effects have a cause, at least in my
No.
limited experience.
All things have multiple causes. That is where it becomes truly fascinating. We've identified at least 5.
Oh, do tell.
Yes, there is, as you describe where you came from. Yes, right? The author to an extent of your being, but there is also your shape. There's also the thing of which you are made. There's also the purpose for which you are made.
Well, you're suggesting that things are made for a purpose. Is a child made for a purpose?
Indeed.
Of course.
Only 4. That's author, shape, matter, and purpose. What's number 5?
Oh, did I miss one?
Yeah. Author, shape, matter, purpose. Come on, man. Pull out that Socrates. I need to know.
So disappointed in me. Hold on.
I'm taking notes. Like, this is college level, okay? I am right now. I hope you know.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misspoke earlier. There are 4, not 5.
I was like, there's a magical
No,
fifth I don't know about? Tell
That's
me.
my fault. We have identified at least 4.
4, yes.
Shape,
But
matter.
what about children who are accidents?
But about them, they still have all of those causes.
They are results without purpose.
Ah, you grant purpose solely to the intent of the author.
You're suggesting there is self-purpose.
Would you
Absolutely.
disagree? Are you performing the purpose that your parents had in mind for you, or have you taken on your own?
So when does, shall we say, the self-purpose begin in a life then?
That, I imagine, would depend on the person.
And what if one's family has so much riding on one?
Family rides upon you. This also is a purpose, although an odd one for an upright bipedal creature. Seems unstable.
To
Well,
depend upon one.
All of those things make sense. Author shade
Ah,
purpose.
An idiom. Yes, good. This is exciting. I will remember this one. Yes. Purpose is a categorical cause. Perhaps we could add multiple. Shit, I'm forgetting the word. Category versus balls. Perhaps particular purposes could all fit under the same category. Yes, you have identified self-purpose. Parents have identified purpose for you. Society, a third. And perhaps these old gods that you speak of, even a fourth.
What do you think about fate, about destiny then? Do you believe that we have some kind of fate or destiny? And it doesn't have to necessarily, like in my mind, fate doesn't necessarily have to be something that's forced upon you. It could be something that you work for your entire life and never realize what you were working for. But do you think that there is something like that set aside for us?
These words, fate, destiny, these are related to prophecy, yes.
Yes. We were talking about prophecy earlier. Oh my gosh. Remind me what the prophecy was that you were interested in?
Yes,
The Ra-
fascinating thing, the Raven's Blood prophecy.
Ravens, blood, prophecy. And where did you hear about Ravens blood prophecy?
From the old homes of your people.
You do know about my people.
The records of the cities of Sogorod and Tel Otok. They have libraries.
And where are those places?
Sogorod and Tel Otok are borderland cities.
You're a very well-traveled entity? May I ask what you wish to be called? Entity, man, woman, individual, if you are one?
The first is perhaps most accurate.
Entity.
Off works well.
Off is an off.
Off is an off.
Um,
Well,
Huh. I have
you
so many.
apparently yeah, I know we do.
Yeah.
I believe I have one more question that might be somewhat pertinent. And I mean, no offense by this question, off.
Please
What?
ask the Karina of men. Mankind. People, you're all
Humanity?
humanity.
Just Karina will do.
Karina of humans.
Just the Karina will do.
The Karina.
Are you going to murder us all in our sleep?
That's a relevant question.
Have to observe us. I don't think he'll murder us.
Will implies destiny, fate, inevitability.
Do you
If all
intend?
Murder also is inaccurate. Someday, hopefully, but only if you choose.
Do
Can
you
explain
intend
that,
to?
please?
Yes. Do you intend to kill us against our will?
No, never.
But if I came to you and I said that I wanted you to, you would to help me.
Yes, I am here to help.
Nice.
He's like this combination of philosopher and puppy, and I love that.
But think about it seriously for a minute.
Now,
What's
Vera,
going to happen when we take him to the Bremen camp?
I know. I want to keep him away.
Grace, was that an intentional reference to the Republic?
Literally.
It was not intentional.
Because
I'll
if
pretend
it
it was intentional.
if it was, I was genuinely going to give you
It's
inspiration.
it's too late for Grace to be making philosophical references this evening.
Right, because right, the soul of the philosopher needs to be like puppy-like. It needs to learn
Yes.
what things to be hostile against and what things it's.
My subconscious did it on purpose.
We're just a room full of nerds. This is just a problem.
We 100% do not apologize for the additional.
No.
Our two
No.
viewers are like, why are they just going into a and we're like, we don't care. We need to understand the universe, okay?
And we're keeping him forever.
We just spent 2.5 episodes doing just combat. It is high time we did some nerd philosophy.
Let's talk about the difference between fate and destiny, please.
I have not.
Indeed. I have not been able to find any coherent distinctions between them. They seem to be used interchangeably.
Yes, I have coherent distinctions between them, personally.
Do. Excellent.
Yes. So in my mind, fate is what is often used to describe something that is inevitable, something that you will be that will happen to you whether you choose to have it happen or not. Your death is your fate. But it can also be used in prophecy in a very dark way, that no matter what you do, this fate has been set out for you. However, destiny, in my mind, often can be used as something great that you are striving for, and something that you will reach whether or not you really understand it or not, but simply because you have been trying and working for it for your entire life. Your destiny is something that you have worked for whether or not you know about it, and then you will achieve it someday. Whereas your fate is something that is forced upon you, and you will never have an option to not have your fate happen to you. At least that's how I personally think about it.
Interesting. Potential distinction added.
So, Almania, you mean then that fate is perhaps being born with a certain color of eyes, and destiny is what you choose to do about it? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah. Fate is something that you can't choose. Fate is something that has already been chosen for you in a predetermined sort of way.
But what if your fate overlaps your destiny? What then?
Well, then I think you have to, hopefully your destiny will help you to push through and help you in the end when you meet your fate. Your destiny is when you get to the end, when you are facing down your fate. Your destiny is how you go about it. It's something that you have worked for, something that you have trained for, whether or not you really know it or not, simply by doing the things that you do, because it is where you will end up because of your hard work. Whereas fate is something that you never got to decide on and will simply happen.
A question for you, the Almania. Do you believe in, I have heard reference to the spirit, or perhaps the soul?
Yes, I believe in the soul.
Then you are not a strict materialist. yes, there are things that exist outside the material.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I was dead for a while and I was inside of a spirit world. So yes.
Indeed, I will ask much about that in a
Oh, I'm
moment.
sure.
Your spirit then seems it would allow you to avoid both fate and destiny if chosen.
Yes.
But
I'd say
is
so.
strict inevitability then is only possible if the world is strictly material.
Yes,
Domino.
I think that there is a lot of nuance outside of the strictly material that when you have a strictly material view, you miss out on and you don't quite understand because you don't understand the spiritual essence.
You speak of perspective. I speak of the very potential for fate to exist at all. You describe it as an inevitability, a thing that cannot be avoided. But
Oh, I don't think that fate is real. Well, I mean, personally, I don't think that we have a fate. I think that it's
a vocabulary discussion then.
yes, I understand fate as something that people talk about and write about, but I don't think that fate exists in the way of something inevitably happening. I think that if fate does exist, then there has to be ways to change it. I think that prophecies are often written very vaguely to leave wiggle room. And that everything can be written in weird translations and things like that, and everything can have its meaning changed. I don't think that fate really exists, at least not in my mind, because I mean, what would all of our decisions have to do then if we had a fate?
So it's all a big trick then.
Fate? I think so.
Well,
I think that destiny exists in the fact that we all choose to do things and train and work really hard, and we have things that we love and want to learn, and we work towards different things, and our destiny is our inevitable conclusion that comes from the things that we've done. But I don't think that we have some kind of dark fate outside of our own deaths that will eventually happen, and even then I don't think that those are predetermined either.
I've lived a very long time. I suspect even longer than you, Oth, at least what you've said. And in
How
my
many cycles do you have, idiom, under your belt?
I keep forgetting, but let me check my notes.
Old senile lady.
Because, okay, I am 220.
That
And
is much older than I.
yes, and I'm not a little ashamed to admit it, but I'm not what one would call an educated woman. I've been educated through other means, namely means of experience, and in my experience, all this talk of fate and destiny and the difference and what it is. In my experience, there is nothing but choice and the power to impose one's choice on someone else.
Indeed, it is curious how often fate aligns with character.
What do you think about fate, Oth? Or destiny? Or both?
Both are fascinating concepts. Potential for real existence, true effect on matter, however, most likely is a categorized perspective of mortal life, the perception of inevitability, the lack of recognition of the chain of one's own choices that led one to this moment now. When combined with poetry, inevitability becomes fate.
I'm with you, Oth.
Like that. That's good.
Good way to put it. I like it.
There's only life and what you do with it.
there are many unimaginably large number of other things beside those two that you list. However, now that I think, this was another idiom. No, not idiom. Saying. No, not idiom. Oversimplification. Yes, establish your point. Point received.
Belief is, I believe, the word I would call it.
Indeed, faith. Yes. This is a good conversation.
This is a good conversation.
It is. So how will we keep the Bremens from taking him and using him for whatever they would use him for?
Good point. We might have to hide you, Oth.
Oh, I am not here to help also the Vremens.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
the Bremens sort of... Sorry, that was Daphne showing.
Just
Yeah.
she is.
But, you know, the Bremens, they might want your knowledge
Impose.
and not your friendship, perhaps?
They might impose their choice upon you through their power.
Their history suggests one of, yes, dominance through violence, but also a strange penchant for knowledge. Perhaps they too would help and be helped.
Perhaps. I mean, you can give it a shot if you want. But
That would seem to precipitate violence quite, no, idiom.
that
yes,
was an idiom.
indeed.
Well, I suppose what we have here is a question then. We take you to the Vremen camp, say the Vremens meet you, and they say, we ask for your help, Oth. And perhaps if us four interests are at odds with the Vremens, you would have to make a choice.
That would be quite easy for this Oth. I am here to help you.
I still don't trust him. I just don't.
Perhaps,
No.
Let me have this.
perhaps another Oth can be brought to assist the Vremens.
Is there another here?
Not here, no.
How many are there?
Another nearby?
That I cannot tell you.
Well, I appreciate that you've got secrets, Oth, and I'm sure you can appreciate that we do too.
Indeed.
I have none.
I respect that about you, Karina.
I want to sit and talk to Oz forever.
But in terms of secrets, would you not say that secrets are the enemy of knowledge?
No. Secrets. Enemies and friends, these are creations. These exist only between sentient creatures. Knowledge is knowledge. Secrets are secrets. Neither are sentient, neither is aware of the other. One simply cannot exist where the other exists at the same time. This is all.
A secret is the deliberate concealment of knowledge.
But are information and knowledge the same thing?
Information, knowledge, a secret
That's
can
my
conceal
question.
either.
Epistemology now. This truly a wondrous day. At this point,
Let's keep him
you guys do notice the sun is starting to go down. So you do need to make some decisions about how or if you are bringing Oth back to the Legion camp.
Question off. You appear to be, materially speaking, somewhat insubstantial, flexible.
I have a great idea.
I am
I was thinking we squish him into a little thing.
I have a disguise kit.
fully what you see here. I can change shape. Indeed, I can assume whatever shape is needed.
Can you change your size, as in how much mass you actually take up?
That I cannot do.
Right. In other words, we can't take you and put you in our pocket.
No,
Well-
your pocket does not have the requisite volume.
Yes, so you do have to maintain the same volume. Can he fit into Jeeves?
We don't put any living thing in Jeeves. No.
Is he alive?
Jeeves is bad.
Jeeves kills things.
Is he alive?
Awesome.
I'm looking.
It's an interesting question.
I'm looking.
What is life, Vera? Let's define life first.
I know.
That is a good plan. Unfortunately, for that plan, I require air.
So you do require air. You do respirate.
In a manner, yes.
Do you eat?
I can, yes.
Do you need to eat? And do you enjoy eating?
I have
That's
not
the more
gone
important question.
to the second question. Absolutely. Sensory input is, of course, interesting knowledge. Although, as you ask, most precisely, is it knowledge? This bears further conversation, but I can see that we are preparing to leave.
Back to the
Hold it for later.
practical matters.
I do enjoy eating. I have never gone for so long without eating as to find out whether or not I actually need to. A fascinating question. One should know the self, and I find myself lacking here.
Ma, you're gonna have to make him some great food. It's gonna be
I
awesome.
absolutely will, but it does add an additional question, which I do think will be rather important if you come to help us. I'm sorry if this is an extended question beyond can we get you into camp. That is, are you capable of dying?
Yes, this form can be destroyed. A pertinent question is these Vremens, do they value secrets? Do they value stealth and things being kept hidden from them? Or do they value forthrightness and communication?
It's one of the values in which we are in conflict with each other. At least I am. But yes, I would say that as long as we tell them about you honestly, they probably won't. And we introduce you as a member of the party. I don't see why there should be any issue. Does anyone?
This is our slime friend. It's totally a Jaeger.
Hey, what are they gonna judge?
Here's his Freeman passport for a signature. Papers just on a stamp.
Why not?
Yes, I mean, the Vremens, they definitely seem to value honesty. I was treated to quite a bit of their particular brand of snobbery at the gate when I, under duress, mind you, admitted that I occasionally cheated cards. So we
The
can't
Karina
do this.
cheats at cards. Updated.
Occasionally. How about we, here's my suggestion, brazen it out. If they ask a question, we will answer it. Here is a new party member who will soon be out of their hair because we will.
It's fair, yeah. Oh my gosh, imagine all of the knowledge that's gonna be inside of the inner ziggurat. Oh my gosh, Oz and I are gonna have a field day.
Also, yeah, I
are
mean,
excited about that. It is currently sealed.
We're gonna go inside.
Excellent. It seems then that the best approach is to, as you say, brazen it out. Though brazen is a word of hubris and I hope was an intentional hyperbole.
Yes.
It's a strategy, call it that.
Perhaps more appropriate, we bluff, yes?
Not bluff, we do not conceal.
We
We are-
cheat at cards.
Things that you're saying are contradictory, but I will follow you.
Oh,
I-
gosh.
Let's go back to camp with our slime puppy.
All right.
I hold out my hand.
Mom, we found a puppy. Can we keep it?
You hold out your hand. It's the head like turns to look at it. There's no eyes, there's no facial expressions or anything like that. Looks at the hand, pauses for a moment. Yes, information. Greeting ritual. Greeting has already occurred. Agreement. And just kind of a tendril of green slime kind of comes out and just kind of engulfs your hand. And like the main stem stays where it is, but as you move your hand like up and down, the slime just kind of goes whoop. It's deeply strange, although as you put your hand into it, it's almost like the exact temperature as your hand. And the only sensation that I have experience with that I doubt any of you guys have is to shave your head completely. I don't mean like buzz it, but like with a razor and then go swimming. It is a truly bizarre feeling. And that's kind of what it feels like as your hand moves through the ooze.
Nice.
And yes,
But she doesn't take acid damage.
she does not take acid damage.
Okay, that's good to know.
I was just he likes sensations, and so I was like, I will shake your hand. You will have a human sensation, and you will be happy.
As the sun goes down, you and your 12-foot tall, cloak-wearing slime off trundle your way back to the Legion camp.
Hey Josh, I hope you like this NPC because you're going to be playing him for the rest of the campaign because we're never giving him up.
No,
This is a permanent party member.
this is like having an oracle in your pocket.
Everything else on the treasure list is like magic item, really good magic item, lesser magic item, some gold, some jewels. You guys managed to roll
Party member.
both on the last 2 days, both of the things that I was super excited about on that chart. This is awesome.
Oh.
So
Like he will be Talia's best friend if he ever gets there.
right?
He'll be her goatie.
He's
So
gonna
how-
drive Vera's practical mind nuts.
How are you guys approaching
Oh.
the ballista? The ballista are not yet constructed, but you're
I'll go
definitely
first
noticed. Okay, so
Okay.
Vera,
because they know me.
You kind of head on ahead, and as you guys approach the wall, you kind of some of the sentries look out, see you, look past you, and definitely call down, and you can see as more people kind of approach the wall, and you hear as you approach
Such
the
a bad
word,
idea.
Skitterhaunt, which you guys have found out from a few days earlier. The Skitterhaunts was kind of that green ooze that was using kind of the beetle, the goblin, and the spider as husks. So you
I'm
hear
just gonna
that.
yell. As you were, hold your fire.
She's talking. The other ones couldn't talk. Ma,
It's
that's you,
me.
right?
It's me, lovey. Do you want your dinner on time?
Okay, look, I really do. At which point a convritter like pushes that one to the side, and it's like, damn it, Marcus. All right, Ma, we're opening the gates. You're going to come in. the other three and that need to
His
stay
name is
where
off.
they are.
His
All
name
right.
is
No, we're all fine.
I'll talk to them. It's all right.
So Vera, the gates are open for you. What do you tell the Remans?
I will tell them as much as it pains me, the truth. I will say we encountered this entity, and to be honest, I myself was very suspicious, and I thought it was a green ooze creature. But then it spoke. It spoke with intense reason and sentience, and offered its assistance. And considering we are in dire need of assistance, we decided to take it up on its offer. And frankly, if you are nervous around it, we'll be gone soon.
Hey, give me a persuasion check.
Oh Lord! Can I
you
have
guys
the
start with
inspiration for the puppy?
The third and the fifth, correct?
What'd you say?
Okay. Nope, straight roll.
Dang. Alrighty. Can I also say, like, I take responsibility if you kill someone?
Sure.
16.
A 16 has you waiting for about 30 minutes before Oberkommandant Valar Korva is eventually summoned to you. And you guys have not met the Oberkommandant before.
We haven't. This is exciting.
She's
He was-
briefed you guys before. Tall, human, kind of very sharp, narrow features, and you can see just intelligence radiating from her eyes. And she comes, kind of checks you over, has her Hexenvancer, Minerva Emmerich, if anybody cares, kind of check you over, and it is determined that nothing is kind of influencing you negatively. And you guys are all kind of brought in one at a time, same kind of routine, but eventually Oth is allowed into the camp. He is immediately taken from you guys.
Of course he is.
And at least for the evening, it will be inaccessible to you. But
I need my. He's my new he's my new favorite person.
but they do not. Yeah, they do not kill him.
Can I ask when we get him back? I mean, I'm rather inclined to seem a bit like a child. I'm worried he'll be nervous.
I will be just fine. This is getting even better. So many people, and they're not trying to kill me.
Oh,
So
I
much
have so many
worse.
stories I want to tell you.
I've got so many songs I want to teach you.
I'm looking so forward to those stories and to your songs and to the epistemology that we didn't get to talk about, and Vera, to your experiences. For now, I'm going to go learn from the Valar Korva, who is also the Oberkommandant of humans and of Remans. This is getting complicated quickly, and I love it.
You're doing such a good job. So
So, Oth heads off with them. We rolled for followers today, correct? Because that
No.
we did not. Because that was technically the treasure roll for today.
Yep. We did
The
not yet
best
roll
follower
for
of all
followers.
time is a treasure roll.
Yeah, because that was the treasure roll for the Rageapedes, but you guys have not rolled followers. So, who
No.
would like to roll the final? Oh, I'm sorry. So you'll roll today, and then when you guys are also participating in reclaiming the ziggurat, you get 3 rolls at the end of that.
nice.
So, who would like to roll today?
I'll roll today. I don't think I've rolled a follower yet.
Alrighty, Elmania. D20.
17.
Okay. Please roll 2d12.
D12. Okay. 9 and a 2, 11.
11 more soldiers.
Nice.
What's hilarious is like I'm bringing Freeman's soldiers into Onishur, which is what I didn't want to do. So I am dumping these people off before we get there. I'm sorry.
To the ocean?
At the moment, I think you guys have something like 30 soldiers available.
And a boat.
That work.
They can't fit. We can't take them all.
So I took a look at your boat and a bunch of other PDFs about ships. You guys can fit 15 people comfortably. You can fit like 30 max. But any more than 15, and you guys are you're gonna have a lot of trouble like avoiding hazards in the river. And if the river branches anywhere, it's gonna be hard to go the course that you want. But you guys can make your decisions and do your final roster kind of at the end here.
No, I was more curious how it works having soldiers like deserting their legion to join us.
Oh, these are not soldiers who are like, we're quitting the Legion.
Okay.
These are soldiers that have permission, and they have their own mission in Onishur.
Gotcha.
Exactly. I don't want them on my boat.
This is not a, we're here to get you to Onishur. This is a, hey, we need to do some things in Onishur, and we'll come along and help you get there.
Unless Vera throws them into the ocean first, right
Sure.
before we hit Onishur.
Yep. Oh, there's so much excitement coming. Good. So when we pick up next week, we will pick up with the raid on the Ziggurat, the final, I guess, endeavor here in Mindanathil, and potentially head to start the journey to Onishur. So, wow, so many things. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're delighted you decided to do that. I don't have my script. Join us again next week. We'll be back, I think. Are we all here next week? Great.
We'll
Should
see.
be. All right, cool. Should be back next week. In the meantime, join Becca and crew on Mondays as they play Call of Cthulhu, the horror on the Orient Express. That's the
Agatha Christie.
Yes, that's that one.
That's the real one.
And you would think I would have this memorized now. We have stuff on iconicproduction.wordpress.com where you can find our lineup of podcasts, including other actual play episodes like this one, or you can support us on Patreon. You can follow, like, or subscribe on our Twitch and or YouTube channels. I don't know which of those functions goes with which of those platforms, but we have stuff. Check it out. I'm sorry, JD. Until next time, we hope that you stay happy, healthy, and safe, and have a lovely week. Bye.